morning, traders. Welcome to MyFundedFutures and MyFundedTV. I am Terry Trades, and we have our expert trader, Tom Szabo. Hello, Tom. Hello, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Chat, welcome. Good morning. It's just so good. We found our missing persons. We have Abhishek back. We have Terry back. And oh, we're so glad. We're so happy. Finally, everything is going to be back on track.
Yes. I did miss you, Tom. I missed everyone. I have some pictures to share real quick about where I was.
I like it. I like it. Leal, show us the pictures. So let's get to the screens because we have so many questions. Let's go.
I know. We have so much going on. We had a ton of earnings. We have lots to catch up on. Here is, I went to the Grand Canyon. And you guys, I ziplined across the Grand Canyon. I was so brave. And trading NQ definitely prepared me to do this.
Oh, let's see. The Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Okay. And then I will show you the zip line. It was so high. It just kept going up and up and up. And we actually zip lined all the way down to like this podium on this other side.
Oh my gosh. I mean, when you look down, did you fainted or something?
There were a few times where I almost panicked, but I was like, it's okay. It's okay.
Right. So you panicked. All right. That's normal.
Exactly. Well, let's take a look at the charts. What are you seeing this morning, Tom?
Okay, so let's talk about the charts because that's why we are here, and let's make some profit. So by the way, I had an ugly trade earlier, which was ended up in profit, and it was kind of interesting. There's a 5-minute demand zone at 147. My original stop loss was, so I'm going to show you what the trade was exactly, and I just did it. Where was it? Anyway, it was somewhere here. The original stop loss was at 224, and my TP was at 150.25. I missed my TP with one single tick, by the way. But what I did, I took a partial profit, and because on my channel the chat was so eager to put the trade on break even, this what happened. It took me out at break even, and then as you can see it, we're just going back down to 150. So actually I'm happy about it because I was looking for that 147 level down there. That should be taken out, by the way. I mean, 99% sure. I mean, it's a hard call. I know it's too much. Maybe it's gonna take the 147, guys. I'm almost sure about that this is gonna smash through like hot knife through butter, through that 147. It's just going to go through that level. Anyway, I was focusing on that, and the London session was pure torture, to say the least. That was terrible. The London session, so far in January, the London session is just torture. But it wasn't really good. But so far, the market was slowly getting down there, and as we can see, we are going to go through that demand level. As for the downside, I see some good levels. We see an Asia low, and let me switch to the 15-minute chart here. It could be interesting. Now, yesterday, after FOMC and Powell, after 4 p.m., yeah, it was after 4, there was earnings report. And so this candle, this bullish pin bar on the 15-minute, actually went down all the way to 996.25 on the micro. Now, why is this important? So let's just go a little bit to the left here. If we go to the left just a little bit more, this is actually Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, January 27, Tuesday. Bearish candles here. During the New York morning session, well, pre-New York open, right here, picking up liquidity from these swing lows. Now, all you guys know that I'm all about the zones. Like, my brain is instantly spotting these levels. 996 is a 15-minute demand zone, or you can call it bullish order block, whatever you like. The thing is, if we go back to the right, and I'm going to zoom in real back here, and you can see that the low of that earnings candle actually stopped just a couple of ticks before that level. So 996 and 996.25, 994.50. I'm not saying, so let me just go back here to the present time. I'm not saying that this is where we're going, but it's definitely making it more interesting down below 26K. So who knows? Oh my God. Okay. So it actually went down to just a second. Yeah, 148.75. So it would have hit my original TP. But the thing is, the zone is still not being taken. 147 is still there on the 5-minute, so it's still a valid level. I'd like to see at the market open. I'm going to go back to the 5-minute here. Let me get rid of this. So at the market open, I want to see price smashing through 147. Once it's done, we have Asia low, and we have the, by smart money terms, basically the mid-level of that 15-minute bullish pin bars wick, which is right at 73. I mean, 26,073. I can absolutely imagine that we will see a decline to Asia low and down to that 73 level. Now, are we going to go down below 26K? I don't know, but I do like this. What I see currently, and if the market opens up bearish, this would be amazing. But I really want to see that 197 being tagged. On the upside, I'm not looking to take a long, by the way. There's a buy side level, I think, at 294.50, which was after, oh no, sorry, that's at the 6 p.m. a reset, basically the new daily candle started here. So 294.50 and previous day high. But if we go to the 1 hour, so I'm just going to switch to the 1 hour. And actually, I don't have it here, but we have all-time high. Let me put it here. All-time high is at 650. No, actually, that's not correct. Anyway, somewhere around 645. Okay, so maybe we will go on the big picture. I'm gonna remain still bullish on NQ, so who knows. It would be just awesome to see this level being smashed and then go a little bit lower and then maybe a little bit higher. So the scenario is like, to put it in a very simple term, going lower, picking up liquidity, and then going higher. This is something I would love to see today, maybe until the PM session. So this scenario. Now on the gold, I know everybody is eager about gold. There's nothing. So it's very simple. Relative equal highs at all-time high so 5,626 ish area. I think it just wants to go there. I have an alert here. Actually, I'm going to put the alert to 55.78. I'm not sure I'm going to take a long position though. I think it will push, but I don't want to be in that trade. I don't want to take that. My bias is absolutely bullish, like everybody is bullish on gold. Careful with the short positions though. As far as I'm like seeing the market, everybody is just, the dollar is still kind of weak. Everybody's jumping into safer assets here. So that's all I see. And as for just a quick look on ES, I haven't really done my homework on ES yet. This is since yesterday, these markups, but there is a fair value gap, which is acting as possible support at 7,028. Nice rejection here today in the London session. Couldn't make it through. It might try one more time, so who knows. Just watch out for that level at 7,028. That will be an interesting sort of like resistance area. But yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on this NQ, and I hope that we can get that drop to pick up some more orders. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
So it sounds like you're focused on NQ today.
Yeah, mostly focusing on NQ. I am so tempted to jump into a heavy scalp here, but like in the last couple of times, it didn't really turn out so good. I'm just gonna wait. At least, I mean, I had a trade earlier, as I said. I took some partials. I'm happy with it. I just, as I said earlier, I want to know my answer. Are we going to take the 147 or not? But I'd like to, honestly, I want to see NQ drop more. I want to see it go down to Asia low and more. That's what I want to see.
All right. Yeah, I saw that Meta had earnings and they're up 9.88% right now in pre-market. But I saw that Microsoft is down. Let me take a look.
Microsoft, oh, I heard something about that. I haven't checked it. So what's happening around Microsoft? I don't know. I guess less earnings.
Earnings, exactly. Microsoft is down about 7% in pre-market. So that will be very interesting to see what happens at the open.
Okay,
Two
so
opposites.
Yeah. That's interesting. Again, I mean, looking at NQ, by the way, from the 1 hour and the 4 hour perspective, by the way, the 4 hour, this is just without markings. I mean, if you guys switch to the 4 hour and just check on NQ, we're just congested into this small area here. And it's just so hard to figure this out. I mean, on the 4 hour, we still have like a bullish pin bar. And, you know, we talked a lot about those. Let me switch back to the 15 minutes. So we talked a lot about those so-called wick fill situations that, like, if you just scroll back the chart and check for those bullish or bearish pin bars with the huge wick there, and we have this one here from yesterday earnings, it kind of tells me that statistically speaking we have a good chance to revisit that mid-range at 26,076. So that's another reason why I'm going to look at as a bearish scenario. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
I also saw unemployment claims came in at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time at 209,000. Forecasted was 206,000. So about as expected, just a little bit off. Further news today, I see we have Trump speaking at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time this afternoon. We have factory orders month over month at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but that's yellow folder news. So I'm not seeing anything red folder.
Yeah, nothing so far. I mean, we have what we wanted. Nothing is going on. I mean, buy the rumor, sell the news. In this case, could this be a bit of a sell-off here? Like, I think the unemployment claims, as you said, it was a little bit higher number than expected, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, higher number. Which would say, like, in the first instance, like, okay, it's not such a good news, but like, but in some way, I mean, there's so many different ways to look at these numbers. I did see a couple of times like getting way higher unemployment claims, and the market just skyrocketed like crazy. So yeah,
anything can happen. Tom, take a look at silver. Oh my gosh!
Take a look at let's look at silver. My God. Okay. Okay, unbelievable, guys. I mean, there has to, this is the daily chart, by the way, on silver, and it's just, wow. Well, let's see. So daily chart, oh my gosh. And it's just, look at how much, look at, just go back until December, or around Christmas time, like basically doubled its value. Like, imagine that you bought a boatload of silver and you store it in your garage, and now you just doubled your money in a short month. Like, this is crazy. I mean, it has to be something else, like more fundamentals behind this. What do you think?
It makes sense. Exactly. I've heard people are loading up on silver because it is a rare metal and there's a scarcity, some geopolitical concerns also. So silver just made an all-time high at 121.50 in the H6 contract. Someone did ask me about, can you trade silver on MyFundedFutures? And absolutely you can.
Yes.
You can also trade micro silvers. With a lot of prop firms, you are not allowed to trade micro silver. So with MyFundedFutures, a big perk is that we can. These contracts are so big, so it's fantastic that we can trade micros with MyFundedFutures. And in order to do that, for people who do trade on Tradeovate, you just have to go to the dashboard, the MyFundedFutures dashboard, and then you go under your billing, and then under there you'll click on Tradeovate, and then you'll click the free upgrade to get the gold and the silver data.
Oh yeah, and just be careful. Always go with the micro. We did some calculations, and I would say that the magic number is like 3 micro with just an average move on silver can wipe out your account super easy. So if you really want to trade silver, I know it's super popular, just go with the micros.
Oh my gosh, even just 1 micro. I have a $500 bracket, and I put it on, and like in 5 minutes, it can hit TP or stop loss.
Exactly. It's like, I get it because traders like the volatility and the movement, but like, I just I don't know if I see something like this, like maybe in my early days in trading, I was like, when I see this, oh, I want to be in silver, I want to get it too. But when I see it now, it's quite the opposite. I'm like, no way I'm going to trade that asset. I'm just going to stay away. But you know, it's not, Terry is different. She's the other way. She's like, let's go and make some money. Tom sit on the sidelines. I will do it. Don't worry. She has that, you know, that's an extra skill.
You mean you don't want to skydive on silver? And
I mean, I like to live dangerously. I do, but like this is like too dangerous for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tevin says silver isn't for the faint of heart or small accounts.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, my previous TP, I got my answer. 147 got hit, and yeah, so we tagged that zone. Now the question remains, what's going to happen after 9:30? I would place my bet theoretically. I'm not in a trade, but if I'm in a trade, I will put it out on my screen. I figured out how to do it. So if I will enter, I will put it out, but my bet is still going to be like Asia low and lower. That is my bet. Of course, we could see a bit of a, now that we tagged at 147, we could see a bit of a push up to the 180s. I wouldn't be surprised, like, you know, maybe not, maybe even higher, you know, tag the weave up at 192 or higher to the 200s, but then go back down to Asia low. So it's in the cards.
It's in the cards. We will be looking for those Asia lows.
For now, obviously, we're going to be reactive. I would say if we close higher, somewhere above the 240s, and we have more up close candles on the 1 minute and the 5 minute, just forget about the idea and focus on 294 and higher. That's what we're going to do. At least that's what we'll try to do. We'll see.
Okay. We will be waiting. We'll be reacting, as Tom said. Everyone, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get those likes up.
Oh yeah, here comes the torture, you guys. I promised, guys, I promised to you that I will not going to come up with this anymore. But guess what? I lied. So the thing is, I'm seeing 248 viewers and we have 69 likes. So what is going on, everybody? Like. Where are those likes? Because if we get more likes, because, you know, this is how it works. If we get more likes, I am sure that we are going to get more viewers. This is how it goes. I've seen it. I've experienced it.
Yes, exactly. The algos sure love those likes.
Oh,
so we're going to smash, smash, smash. Vadimas says like. Let's go.
Like. Exactly.
Yeah, I can share my screen.
Yeah, let's see that.
So use code YouTube to get $20 off the new Flex account if you haven't already. Each trader gets one use of this, and it brings the account from $107 down to $87. This is the new plan to replace the core account. So it's a payout request cap of $5,000, no DLL, and no consistency in sim funded. Let's go.
Oh yeah, we love that. This is such a great thing. I said to Luke, like, this is the core account on steroids. We wanted to get more payouts. We wanted to get a little bit more flexibility, and we got it basically. And this is like even better than just a simple entry-level account. So because you can really make, I mean, the goal is to make more money. With the Flex account, we get the perfect balance, I think. Also for like new traders, for more experienced traders. I just love it. It's a great plan. Awesome.
Yeah. Plan. Exactly. For people who don't know, the core account before, it was only $1,000 payout request cap. So now it's $5,000, which is fantastic. It's also 20% off of the Rapid accounts. That's still going. And also 30% off any of the pro accounts using code YouTube. Thanks, guys.
Use the code YouTube, helps out the channel, helps out the MyFunded TV hosts, and to build this channel even better and bigger. So never forget the YouTube code.
Yeah.
All right, we have 109 likes. Let's go. So to keep the 50% balance, I like to see how much viewers. We're up to 300 viewers right now. Okay, I like that.
Let's go. I love that.
This is amazing. Now the goal, guys, and I'm sorry, hate me. You can love Terry, you can hate me, all right? The thing is, I want to see, this is your sergeant speaking, at least 40 more likes. So we need to push it to above 150.
It's working. It's working, you guys.
We managed to climb through above 300 viewers, which is super amazing at the start here. The market hasn't opened yet. We need to see that 150 viewers. This is how it's going to go. And of course, we need to go to 60K subs and then 70K. I talked about this earlier. Once we get bigger, more freebies. I know it has not been confirmed, but don't worry, guys. I will take the heat for that, and I will make sure we get more freebies. Just press the likes. Thank you.
You're going to go negotiate for us, Tom?
I'll do what I can.
Tom's going to fight for us. Let's go.
I will fight for everyone. I just need to see the likes pushed up to 150, all right? I'm going to check back on you guys. Next time I check back, I'm going to see the 150 likes, all right? Okay, thank you.
All right. I am kind of tempted to see when the market opens if we get that dip. And I am kind of thinking I might want to short depending on if we get that dip. I just think for Meta to be up like 9%, I would expect some type of pullback, right? Maybe.
Let me check on Meta. I don't even know if I have it on. Yeah, so okay, so Meta is interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
right?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. It's really strong. I think it should be pushing that 743 price and higher. If I just I don't have any markups here. I'm just checking levels here. Okay, so here's the news. I mean, speaking of zones, because I'm all about the zones. If I go back on Meta, just an interesting fact, to October 29. Oh my God. Okay, this is it, guys. This is it. This is the perfect textbook supply zone on Meta. October 29, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. And let me just put in a line here. Now, what could it mean? The draw on liquidity could be 744. That could be causing some trouble for NQ to just drop down with the elevator. But this is an absolutely perfect, the most beautiful supply zone so far. So this is amazing. And we're getting closer. 736, 740, almost 745 there. This is where it's going to go. And if it's going to do it today, NQ is going to get a hard time getting lower. Yeah, I'm going to just extend it to the right. So I think that's the draw on liquidity on Meta here. So we'll see. That's interesting. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm looking at that chart. I'm like, I don't know. And now my short idea is kind of like,
but,
I'm like,
you know, what I can say to you guys, if you don't want to get the analysis paralysis, just forget about all that. You know, I mean, you can obviously take a look at the Mac 7, you know, the Magical 7, Meta, Tesla, and all the others, and Microsoft. That's cool, but like it can also change like in a matter of seconds. And I get it. I also get those traders, and it will be an interesting topic for later. Like, how many screens do you need to trade? Like, do you need like 12, 20, or 50, or 1 or 2? Like, how many markets are you watching at the same time? I get the correlation is important. I get that the divergence with the ES is important. I get all that, but like, how much is enough? How much is that? Like those markets or charts that are causing like that analysis paralysis, despite the fact that if you're overcomplicating your entry setup. I'm just saying that, yeah, we took a look on these stocks, but like honestly, personally, I don't really dive into those too much. It gives me a bit of a bigger picture, but I'm not watching it after this. So now we looked at it. That's it. It's fine.
It sounds like it gives you some context, and then you don't marry those ideas. You're just like, all right, I'm ready to pivot any which way. I'm just waiting for the market to tell me.
Yeah, exactly. It as you said, it gives you like a real good context, kind of like a feeling beforehand of what could be happening. But like for forex traders, everybody's watching the dollar index, right? And of course they're watching the indices as well. But like there's so many connections and correlations between different markets. I'm just saying it's good to look at those stocks, obviously, but you know, for that session that you guys are trading at the open maybe, or the 11 a.m. segment or lunch hour, or if you're trading the PM session, don't overcomplicate it a bit too much. But I think I'm going to circle back to this topic later because I think it's interesting. I'm genuinely curious about how many markets or other, technically markets or assets are you guys watching when you are putting on your trades? Are you looking for some correlations with other markets, despite, I mean, other than the ES? Anyway, I think it would be interesting to talk about that.
Yeah, maybe that could be a debate topic, Tom. I'm ready to take you on today.
You know what? I'm on. I mean, I said this earlier to Terry, guys. Like, the thing is, you guys love more her than I am. So, I mean, than me. So, the thing, no,
That's not true.
No, I mean, no. But I'm ready to take any debate. This would be obviously an interesting one. I see a form, by the way. Can we say that? There's a form.
There's a forum. Everyone
1 minute timer. 1 minute timer, everyone. You got to react right now. So
fast.
Real quick.
To get a chance to win a free account from MyFundedFutures. Let's go. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
So we have 3 minutes, Tom, until the market's going to open.
Yeah, 3 minutes and last chance to get more sip of coffee. So that's what I'm going to do.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm all about coffee. Maybe I drink too much coffee. That's the problem because, I mean, I love coffee. I really do.
Oh,
but
me too.
Yeah.
Tom, Aaron says, I love you both equally.
We love Aaron, everybody. Aaron is such a cool guy.
Yeah.
Joined our team not too long ago recently. And I don't know if you guys know, but Aaron served in the military for 8 years. I think 8 years, if I remember. So thank you for the service.
Thank you, Aaron.
And this was super awesome and helps us a lot, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot. You guys don't even know how much. So
Aaron, Ash, Abhishek, Nate,
everyone.
Magnus.
Penny. Oh,
yeah.
Such a great team behind MyFunded TV, and it's so good to see the team is growing and getting bigger and better. Up at 3 a.m. and don't take coffee until 7. Oh my gosh, that's a good tactic. From 3 to 7, no coffee.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like torture.
That's commitment, man. that is like, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So what is everyone thinking? Are you thinking you're looking for longs today? Type in 1. If you're looking for shorts, type in 2 in chat, and type in 3 if you're saying no trades. I'm just going to hang out with you guys on this beautiful Thursday.
Oh yeah, this is going to be wild. We have 20 more seconds to buckle up in your seatbelts, right, and last prayers and everything, and
Okay, I'm switching to my micro chart. So
make sure there's no mini tabs opened up. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my gosh, going lower. Okay, broke the demand zone here, so this demand zone is not valid anymore. Let's see what it does. Bit of a push higher. The only thing down there that we have now is the Asia low and that mid-level at 73. I think it was 70. Anyway, 73, whatever. Okay, let's watch this closely. I'm gonna dive into the 1 minute chart, and I have a small gap here, by the way, on my trading view chart on the 1 minute on the micro, but I don't see it on my Ninja Trader. Maybe it could be a data issue, but so far everything is cool.
I'm seeing a lot of shorts, mixed. 1, 2. I saw some 3s, some 4, 6s.
Okay, some 6. Okay.
But I'm seeing quite a few people looking for shorts. Interesting.
All right.
All right.
Just a very quick look on gold. Yeah, because I had an alert on gold earlier. It seems like we broke higher on that. I'm not going to trade it, just saying this is a nice pullback on a 1 minute push. If you guys want to take along, I'm not saying you should, but this is like a nice continuation. I would say a momentum trade here, just to continue back to those relative equal highs. Good luck with it. I'm not taking that trade. And this is not like a financial advice. I'm just saying if I would trade it, maybe that's what I will be looking for. Okay, so far I like the bearish pin bars on the 1 minute chart, and I'm kind of eyeballing with that 26,085 as Asia low. What do you think?
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna hop into a short with 1 micro. My entry is at 129. It is so far it's working. We shall see. My take profit is a little bit below the overnight low
Okay.
at 26,085. I'm thinking that Meta is going to sell off a little bit, right? Like all the people who got so excited off of those earnings, they're going to take profit a little bit is the idea behind this, but we shall see. I do like this rejection off of VWAP here. Anything can happen.
It looks good, and
you like it?
And I'm liking it, and just for the fun, I'm jumping in as well with 2 micros. 2 micros, but you know, it will be fine. 2 micros short. If it pushes higher to the VWAP, then I will be exiting manually. I'm just gonna put my stop here, and I'm gonna put it out my screen just a second.
Let's go.
My TP is going to be at 90.
At 90.
Is gonna be, yeah.
Let's see. Tropes said Microsoft is down 10%.
Okay. So here's the trade, and let's see how it goes. 2 micro only. Actually, it's not a big trade on my end. I'm just curious if we're gonna tag that Asia low.
It's going.
So
it's
far it's going. Yeah, it's going. I like that. I like that. Go, everybody scream. We can't hear you. Why is that?
Go,
I told you guys yesterday, like, I can imagine Terry, she's screaming at the charts like, I'm here, I'm taking a trade.
I did scream on the zip line.
Oh, I can imagine that.
Some people were super quiet. Some people didn't make a single peep, and I was like,
and everyone's like, who's this?
Yeah, right. Let's go.
Okay.
Trader Hush says, go, go, go.
Okay, I am going to check on the likes. Nice, congratulations. I see it. I see that we are having above 160 likes. So good job, everybody. I like that. I like that.
We're doing good, Tom?
Well, so far on the likes, and you know, guys, you deserve an applause. So congratulations, everybody. Let's go.
Oh, our trade is looking good, Tom.
Oh, come on. Please,
go,
for the love of God. It was close. It was very close. The tension is high.
It's going. Okay, overnight low is 85.
Let's go.
What?
TP is hit.
My TP hasn't quite hit yet. My TP is at 79. I am going to bring my stop down. I might exit early. We shall see. Okay, 80, 87, 89.
73 is a good target, by the way. Just saying, that's the mid-level of the earning candle wick. 73 is still a good target. I was expecting a bit of a bounce. Let me put this down here. So having a bounce here is normal at this level, at the Asia low. Nothing to fear. 73 is still there. That's a good target. 73 is a good target.
Woo! I got it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, I forgot to give you an applause. I'm gonna give you an applause here. W's for Terry, everybody.
Yay! Thank you, Tom. Okay, MyFundedFutures asked, given the open, are you bullish or bearish now? Oh, you know, I'm gonna vote. I'm so bearish.
I am definitely bearish. I am bearish. I want to see this, as I said, this is a phenomenon here, like the earning candle just turned backwards before reaching the zone. My prediction is 994.50 on the micro. But that being said, because the higher probability target was the Asia low here and the mid-level of the wick, this would be a lower probability target. So if anyone is holding a short position, if I would be holding a short position, I would be taking partials here or move my stop and leave a runner, not even taking. So don't look for the 994, but in this case, I think you can, because if the market goes down there, it's not going to miss the 994. So, but maybe just to make sure, because the 26K is in in the way. There could be some early profit taking a few points higher than 26k, so try to TP a few points higher, like 2603 or whatever. But like, yeah, just take it off before it reaches there. There could be a 50-point bounce any second once we get closer to that level.
NQ, when it bounces, it can really bounce.
It is 100 points easy in 10 seconds. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling the FOMO, guys. I have to run a circle around the block. I'm really feeling this FOMO.
The low, yesterday's low is 996. Are we going to take it out? It is just cruising.
My bet is 994.50. Once it hits 994.50, I have nothing for you guys. Nothing. That's it. So my personal main move for this session is 994.50. And if you ask me if it's gonna go lower, oh my god, I'm having the FOMO. I shouldn't drink more coffee. I should have decaf now. Okay.
More coffee, Tom. More coffee. It is going. Oh my gosh, the 5-minute orb has been printing, you guys. I've been watching.
Can I cry on stream? Can I just cry live here on stream while missing this move? Because oh my god.
Are you feeling it? Okay, 0 out of 10. 10 being the most FOMO, 0 being not at all. Last time we streamed together, you were at 20.
Yeah,
How are you
20,
feeling?
Yeah, so 0, no FOMO at all, and 10 is like, yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm having a very strong 7. A very strong, yeah, a very strong 7. I would go with a 7. Yeah.
Aaron says no crying and trading.
Oh yes, duly noted. Sorry, yes, sir. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, exactly. DQ MFTV says 25k rejection. It bounced.
Oh yeah.
It did bounce.
Well, what was the low here? Hold on. It was like, yeah, just if you as we talked about it, the low was at 5. So early profit. This is just one of another plus reason when I'm looking for these kind of levels throughout the day. I'm always taking off my profits, not a few ticks, at least a few points earlier. So I, especially if it's a significant level, like, and if your trade looks like you're going for like at least 30, 40, 50 points or higher, so not just scalping for a few points, and you have enough distance, you know, and the range is good, then I'm not looking for the exact level, like at least a few points earlier. Now on NQ, on ES, it could be different because it's relatively moving slower. It's also different on gold, and obviously it's different on if some of you guys are trading currencies. So currency futures are also great. It's getting more popular, by the way. I can see it. But so yeah, that's even slower. But oh my gosh, if we're gonna hit the 994, I'm just gonna throw away my, I don't know what to throw away, but anyway. but it's fine, it's cool. I love this price action, by the way. At least finally it's doing what we wanted it to do. Yesterday was like a bit of a struggle, especially with the connection issues.
Oh yeah. So it's interesting how you're looking at 996. Correct?
Yeah, 996 was on the micro. So I don't even have the mini chart open on my left here, but on the micro, 996.25 was the low of the news of the earning candle. And so the zone on the micro is exactly at 994.50, so just a couple of ticks away. Now I'm anticipating, and by the way, let me just zoom in here on the 1 minute, because it's a good sign that we're just consolidating here a little bit. Seems like accumulating some orders or whatever, and there will be one more push down there. It's not going to miss 994. Once it starts to push down, it has to go through 994. But the problem with this is the range. Now, if you jump into a short here, oh, sorry, yeah, that's a short. Okay, 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio would put your stop loss around 55. Now, 55 is just one sneeze for Nasdaq to take you out. One single wick can take you out. So that is why it's dangerous. I would say the last point of entry that could have been considerable was maybe up there around 60, and then it would be a safe trade to hold for a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Come on, let's go. 994. I want to see it. I want to know. NQ.
It's going.
I want to know. Come on. Oh my God.
I wish there was a size that was half the size of the micro.
Yeah, I want. Actually, I'm going to write an email to CME or whoever it concerns. I want to write them like, hey guys, you need to do something about this. We need to fine tune that risk a little bit. And anyway, I don't want to speak into Forex, but like when I was trading on Forex and the CFDs, like at least you can really fine tune it. It's called the micro lots. So that was actually better. I mean, yeah, micros is still good. Oh my gosh, what was the low here? I have to check it.
995. 995 on NQ.
Two ticks, guys. We need 2 more ticks, and it's going to hit the 994. But anyway, so you know what, Terry? I think we should join on this mission together as a side quest.
Oh, it's going.
994. So let's join on this side quest and let's write an email to the CME group like, hey guys, please do something about this. And I think they will listen to us because this is the best stream online. Really, I mean, this is the best at MyFunded TV. They know what we want. They're watching us right now. I know that. I'm overconfident. I know, but I don't care. So
I will join you for sure. Right. So MyFundedFutures just wrote, Abhishek, can you pick a winner from chat in the next 20 minutes or so? 50K rapid account giveaway as a welcome back gift.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We love the winners. We love the winners. And I'm going to torture you guys. And I don't care. Hate me. You have my blessing to hate me for it. I want to see the likes. We are having 322 viewers, 170 likes, which is a good number, by the way, as long as we can keep above the 50%. But, you know, I just lured you guys into a trap because now we're above 171. You know what's coming, 200. So I want to see 200. By the end of our session with Terry, we want to see 200. All right, it's super easy to do, very easy. So once you do that, YouTube, you know, all the people on YouTube, like, they're gonna call each other, hey, what's happening on the stream? They're gonna spread the word, and we want it. We want to get more viewers, we want to get more subs. I want to see 200. All right, thank you. Okay,
yes, thank you, Tom.
Everybody's gonna hate me, Terry. I mean,
everyone loves you.
This is what's gonna happen. Everyone like, Tom, again, not again.
Yeah. Everyone loves you, Tom. Yes, let's make Tom happy. Let's push those up to 200 before we are done for sure.
Exactly. So I'm just going to put this equation here in place. It's very important. It's very important. So I'm just going to put a real cool explanation here on how it works, because I know it could be confusing. Now, what do I mean by this? We talked about this in my stream. So if you press the like once, because you guys are saying, I pressed the like 4 times already. Okay, so you press the like. So you press
triple,
it once.
Only triple.
Okay. You press it one more time. Okay, you press it 4 times. And I know this equation is YouTube mathematics. This is going to be equal to 0. All right. So please, you know, make sure, because if you press the like once, that's amazing. If you press it one more time, it's going to take away the like. So make sure. And if you take away one here.
Oh no, Tom, look at NQ. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Look, it's down even more now.
I'm over NQ. I don't care anymore. So once you do this, here's, I mean, yeah, I'll be right with you. This is 1 like, all right? So you gotta make sure.
Triple.
Thank you so much. Triple like. Or whatever you do, just, you know, gotta watch out for this. Yeah, NQ is just, you know, melting down.
It is melting.
And are you thinking of jumping in a trade?
Oh no, not at this point.
and by the way, yeah, as it's going lower, low probability target, by the way, but the low point of the zone is 917.25. This is only for runners. If you guys leave a trade on, that could be a good target. I think it's gonna get taken out here, like 20 points. It's easy, so much time, but gotta be careful of the market bounces here.
Right?
But, oh my gosh, yeah, what a drop.
What a drop. Every single candle has closed red so far. Pro Trader says he's kind of disappointed because he missed that short.
Well, you know, I just had some FOMO, I know, but you instantly have to remind yourself that, and there we go, we just broke that. I really have nothing after this, nothing, so don't chase it. So once you see this and you feel like you missed the move, I can tell you one thing, and I can give you my personalized guarantee, and that's a big word because I'm just gonna create some baseball caps for it or t-shirts, whatever. But this is like, I can give you a personalized guarantee that there's gonna be even the same or even better setup real soon. Maybe not today, but next week for sure. You know, it's gonna happen 100 billion%. Once you accept that, and you will know it, that's a scientific fact, then you will know, like, oh, no problem, you'll be here for the next one and you're gonna take it. I know that, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, look at YM. Maybe YM could be a catch-up trade. I'm not sure. It is only down by about 70-ish points.
What is going on YM? What is going on here? This looks so ugly.
Do we short YM, Tom?
I'm not touching this. This is ugly. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything with YM. This is the 15-minute chart looks super scary. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Okay, we have a bullish pin bar on the hourly from Sunday. Was that the yeah? It's the Sunday open, actually. I think, yeah. The Sunday opening candle, bullish pin bar, and just an interesting fact, and you guys can check it later. Let me just measure the mid level of this wick. Like it's really interesting, and you guys can hate him or like him or whatever, but first time I heard about this from ICT. So the mid level, or consequent encroachment, is 4894.2. It's not accurate, but it's like 98% accurate. So I would say there is a good chance if it wants to sweep that low that it might go down. So this is a high probability area if the market keeps on being bearish as a possible draw on liquidity. I'm not taking any trade on YM, but what a rejection here. So I would be looking at that level. Anyway. What do you think, Terry? Are you jumping into a trade on YM?
I'm tempted. However, I have to take you on in the debate.
Oh, it's going to be a debate. We love the debate. Okay,
it's time for debate.
It's time for debate, everybody. And I am super scared, by the way. So you know what?
I'm coming for you, Tom.
Okay, so let's just do the debate. All right. So what's it going to be?
Let's do it. What do you think of the topic? Is it better to have confluences of looking at multiple markets versus just only trading one market and only looking at one?
I love it. Love it. Take a side.
Oh, okay. I will take the side of looking at multiple.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
Okay, you go first. You go first, Don.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. All right. I go first. I will take the. Okay. So I'm looking at one market. I'm going to take the psychological route on this one again. All right. Because this is my go-to thing anyway on these debates. But okay, let's just talk about this. Why is it better to look at only one single market? I'm not even talking about like SMT with ES or all that thing. Okay. One single market. First of all, you don't want to get all the fatigue from trading, right? But the second thing is that like you just don't want to go crazy. That's the main thing. You don't want to have all those tabs opened up, all those screens, all those everything that I think most of that are totally unnecessary. Once you learn one exact trading method, it could be pure price action, candlestick patterns, the way you understand the best like the chart analysis. It could be smart money, it could be a set of indicators, but your mind is going to be focusing on that market for sure. You're not going to second guess yourself by looking at what other markets are doing. I know there's correlation with other markets, and I know that NQ is heavily moving hand in hand with ES, and I know it's super important for some of you guys. But if you just look at one single thing, I think your mindset focusing on that one single chart, that one. I mean, you can have multiple time frames opened up. There's no problem with that. But once you understand higher time frame analysis all the way down, you break it down to the lower time frames and you watch the same market, and maybe even you have like one or two extra screens opened up, and just watching those movements, watching those price patterns playing out, that is when your general intuition and experience as a trader is going to develop. I think if you're watching multiple markets, correlations, and gathering information from elsewhere, oh, what is the QQQ, or what is the dollar doing, or what is happening here and there, that is just going to cause confusion, especially if you're fairly new in trading. Like, you're going to just have so many information, which is totally unnecessary. And even if you're getting, more experienced on this one, on trading, once you realize that how much simpler it is to focus on one single market and do the analysis, your brain is going to develop that extra skill to mark up those levels. You don't even need to mark up those levels, because you're going to see automatically what you're looking for, especially if you're breaking it down from higher time frames. So don't confuse yourself with too much information. I think it's important for, against the fatigue. It's important against getting super tired and going really crazy and second guessing yourself, losing your biggest asset as confidence in trading with looking multiple markets. The biggest priority is to simplify it, right? One thing I've learned over the past couple of years, the simple things are always better. Like, you can overcomplicate it, but you have to keep it simple. The simple things are going to bring that money in the same way, because at the end, it's just risk management. You got to focus on your discipline and your risk management. So just have one chart and focus on the discipline and the risk management, and don't confuse yourself with all that information. Analysis paralysis, you don't want that, right? So and one more thing, the main goal with one market is, the first goal, especially if you're new, is to develop that extra intuition, that skill that will come with experience, which is called like the discretionally. We are all making decisions every day in day trading, but that kind of decision-making process and that intuition as a skill will only going to get better and better if you're not confusing yourself with multiple things that you're watching. So thank you. That is it.
Bravo.
I did what I could, but you know what? I was sweating there because I lost my own thoughts there. But anyway, the main thing, I said it what I wanted to say.
Let's go. Okay, I am going to debate Tom, someone who's won so many debates already. Here we go. So I am arguing the side of, you want to look at multiple markets to help you give you a better edge in trading. And the reason why you would want to do this is because it gives you an overall context. You can see the big picture. For example, earlier I said, oh, Tom, what do you think about possibly a catch-up trade in YM? Because NQ was dumping, ES was dumping, and they were at levels where we're like, okay, we don't want to get in here, but possibly another trade idea is to short YM because it hasn't caught up to those dumps yet, right? So I would say one of the main points is giving us that bigger context. Also, you might not want to put on a trade unless all three markets, all three indexes are on the same side. Like, your trading strategy might be, okay, I'm only going to short when NQ is looking bearish, ES is looking bearish, YM is also looking bearish. And then that can possibly help keep you out of trouble, right? Like, how many times have we shown up at the open and ES is up, NQ is down? We're like, okay, wait a minute. Information is all over the place right now. Let's wait and pick the A+ setup. So I think by looking at multiple markets, it can help us have better confidence in our trades, help us pick those A plus setups, which is what we all want, right? Like we're looking for things that can help us simplify our trading. And it doesn't mean you look at 10 different markets, because that can get confusing. Absolutely. To refute what Tom was saying, that, yeah, don't confuse yourself. Absolutely. Don't look at gold, don't look at Bitcoin, don't look at like all these different markets. Just pick a few and then and look at those and start to pay attention. Like, okay, when do these all go in the same flow? When are they all bearish? When are they all bullish? And that can really help simplify your trading and help you choose the A++ setups and help you make more money, possibly. Thank you very much. That is all I have.
That was amazing, Terry. I loved it. Actually, I loved it. I know I'm on the other side, but I just loved it.
Thank you. That's how I talk about your arguments too.
I did lost my own thoughts there. So for a minute, like, what am I talking about? Hold on.
Let's get a poll up. Who won the debate? Everyone, make sure you vote. So don't vote for what your opinion is on the matter, whether who won the actual debate in our arguments, Tom or Terry.
Don't worry, guys. Everybody's winning here, so I'm gonna win either way. I mean, if not today, then maybe another day. So
you're a tough competitor. You really are.
I do what I can. I do what I can. But yeah. So
I'm going to have to pull up all my notes next time and prepare ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, I tried to improv here, but I gathered my thoughts real quick. But yeah, and I'm kind of looking at the market still, and yeah. So now that the 15-minute demand zone is also, I have to zoom out to the 1-hour chart here and just look for something else now. I don't know. The next level I can imagine is like, I don't know if we're gonna go down there, but we have a 1-hour fair value gap lower. It seems like we're dropping like crazy, and that level is like at 803. Oh my gosh, that's a 1-hour fair value gap. So I'm just gonna add this 1-hour fair value gap. That's the next level of liquidity in my perspective. I don't see any reason that if it continuing to go lower, I don't see a reason why it should be stopping here. It also lines up almost perfectly with the 15-minute fair value gap there. So yeah, seems like it's melting down to 800. Wow.
Okay, it's going. Wow. I did hop into one micro short on YM. I typically don't trade YM, but I'm really liking this idea as a catch-up trade. So we shall see. This is, yeah, I typically don't trade YM. And usually when I do trade YM, it's the full size. So I am trying something new today. I am trying the micro YM.
Okay, let's see. Well, there is some good targets on YM there. Yeah, so that 48.94-ish area, I would be looking for that Sunday open candle. And I did see a couple of questions about gold earlier. So yeah, gold is I wouldn't touch gold. I mean, look at how ugly it is on the 15-minute. It's just in a range, hovering around the VWAP. We still have relative equal highs up there. I know earlier I said on this push that maybe it would be a good setup to take along. Yes, it looked like it. And if I would have taken this trade, I would probably have hit my stop loss by now. So it is what it is. But right now, to the downside on gold, there is an interesting thing on the 15-minute. Just a quick thing here. The candle yesterday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, technically the Asia low, by the way, on gold. I would put a line here. That would be Asia low at 54.72. Now, the candle on the 15-minute at 8 p.m., that's actually a demand zone or a bullish order block. So that's a bullish order block. It is because it swept liquidity from a fair value gap here. So that was a liquidity sweep. Hold on. So that was the liquidity sweep. And there was a market structure shift multiple times. Bullish shift here. Let me zoom in a little bit better. And then I'm going to zoom out. So I'm talking about this candle at 8 p.m. on gold. So structure shift here and there, actually 2 times, and then it pushed the market all the way up, but actually fell to make a new high. But the initial candle that started the whole move was the 8 p.m. candle. Now, as we're going down there, you can see that, okay, that is, and you know what makes it even more interesting, that candle created the Asia low. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, we're definitely going there, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if gold would just sweep more liquidity below 54.72. And if you want to be reactive, and I just switched down to the 5-minute chart, it looks really tempting for a nice short to take the 54.72. So if I would have taken this and I would have had a loss, my second chance for gold, and it's too late now, look at this. My second chance for gold maybe would have been a quick trade to short it to 54.72. I feel like it's gonna break through that level because it's a zone. No, sorry. Yeah, it's a zone. Yes. That's the low end of the zone, 54.72. Wouldn't be surprised if it would just smash through it. So I'm sorry, it might be too late to say it, but like just reading the whole situation and seeing what's happening, it kind of makes sense. And I actually have to apologize because I should have seen it earlier. If I would have talked about this earlier, I don't know why I didn't see this candle. So somehow I didn't notice this. I would have noticed this level. But anyway, 54.72. Be careful, everybody. That's it.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome. Down to the 1 hour gap. Oh my God.
Oh, it's going.
Yeah.
So factory orders numbers came in month over month. It came in much higher than expected. It came in at 2.7%. The forecast was 1.7%.
Oh.
Very interesting. Final wholesale inventories month over month came in as expected at 0.2%.
Okay, so not that bad. Buy the rumor, sell the news. What's going on here? That's interesting. But by the way, congratulations to the winners. I did see some winners here. Let's go.
We have Bushido Trades, INC 7555, USAF 9648, Himmenshu Bank R. Let's go. And then we also have Benjamin Mueller 8330. Are you present? You do have to tag MyFundedFutures in chat in order to claim your prize. It is time sensitive, so make sure you tag MyFundedFutures. Let's go.
Yeah, sorry about the echo, guys. I do realize that when I play the clapping sound, it causes an echo, but don't worry, I will not do it too many times. But
my short's working, Tom, in the YM trade.
Let's see.
Let's go. It's working.
Woohoo! Nice. I love that.
One micro YM. Power of micros. I'm not sweating. I'm not like I'm going to die.
So no, your TP. Where is your TP?
At 925.
925.
48.925. Yeah. When I take a look at the hourly, it looks good. This was a nice rejection. And yeah, maybe we go in and fill in some of this wick, this hourly wick. We shall see.
I love that.
The biggest idea behind this trade was a catch-up trade, right? To like NQ. NQ is down a bunch. My goodness, today is setting up to be a trend day so far.
Well, we are down more than 400 points since the market opened. So this is like, wow, it's starting to be like a sell-off day. And from the top of the day, we are down 530 points, currently down 1.37%. Yeah, it definitely looks like a sell-off day so far. Once we're above 500 points. And you know, one more thing, it's actually not that valid because there's not too much liquidity to the left on the 1 hour. I don't really notice this, but from Monday, London session, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there is a bearish 1 hour candle. It's not really such a good order block. Technically it is, but otherwise, because there's not too many levels on this, it starts at 727.50. It's the low end of the fair value gap. It could be a possible target. I am definitely not going to chase it, but that candle is next. And yeah, we'll see. So far, we're having a bounce from the mid level of that fair value gap, and we'll see.
What an open. It
What an
just
open, yeah.
waterfall down.
It definitely did go down nicely with the elevator. So
It's okay. It's okay.
all right.
There'll be more trades for sure.
I mean, I do feel the FOMO, so I it is, but I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do later. I have to go to the gym or something. but yeah, but it's all right. It's fine.
Silver is selling off some too. We're already down 1%. I think I saw it like at 5% this morning.
Oh, let's see. Oh yeah. We're up 4%, but it was up 5% or more.
It's tempting to. I want to short this too.
And it seems like the cryptos are also dropping. Oh wow. Okay, Bitcoin is just falling off the cliff. Interesting reaction here. Wow. Okay. Ethereum also following it. Okay, seems like crypto is also sliding down. Just an interesting thing. Like there has to be some bigger picture here that we need to understand what's going on.
Tom, I beat you in the debate.
What? What happened?
I beat you in the debate.
Oh, you won the debate.
I did. 66%. Terry, 34% Tom.
Well, it kind of shows the love, you know.
I shake your hand. It was a good match.
It was a good match, but I was right. Okay, so but it was a good match. It was a good match.
We'll go again tomorrow. We'll have to come up with a debate topic ahead of time, and then we'll both prepare, and we'll like bring our A games.
It has to be something easy, guys. So for me, easy. You know.
Do you have any brothers or sisters, Tom?
No. I'm a prototype, so no one. Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I have two brothers, and I'm in the middle. I have an older brother and a younger brother, and so growing up, I learned to be super competitive with my older brother. Everything was like, I'll bet you I can arm wrestle you and win. I bet you I can race from here to there faster than you.
Oh, there you go. Well, now I know the answer why I'm so lazy sometimes. I'm just like, it's all right. I will do it later. No problem. So.
No, so it's like the competitive part of me. I'm like, Tom, I'm gonna take you on. I'm gonna beat you.
Well,
but you're such a good debater, for real. Like you've won so many in a row.
It's
so
like
many.
I was made for this, you know.
Yeah.
But I do like, we have great topics, by the way, and to tell you guys the truth, actually Nate, who is helping out in the back end of the stream, he came up with some really good ideas. So we have so many topics for the next year, so for the whole year basically. So don't worry, we have so many things to talk about and debate.
Yeah, we really do. Okay, Abhishek says, guess the word blank 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 K, comma blank blank E blank. Oh, there's a bunch of blanks. Okay, here comma is considered a space between words. First person to find the full word gets 50K rapid.
Oof, this is a tough one.
I'm seeing lots of risk-free gain.
That
risk-free plan.
I like that actually.
Take, keep, turn. Free flex plan.
Ooh, I like that too.
This is a hard one.
It is.
Risk-free join. Oh, lock the gain. I like that.
Lock the gain. Oh my gosh, Abhishek is really putting like everything in. I mean, this is a good one, Abhishek. I like the question. It's
lock
easy.
them down.
Lock that down. Water drop still continuing down.
Still going.
727 would be the next stop here. There's no bounce. I mean, no like measurable bounce here on the 1 minute. I mean, yeah, there was a little bit here, but I mean, nothing special. And 727.
What do you think of catch-up trade in YM, Tom?
Let's
Is it too late? Is it too late to hop in with me? The micro.
No, actually not too late. But this is how it goes. But this is how it is. It's scientific fact. I'm just gonna give you the facts here. Once I press the sell button, it's gonna go up. That's how it works.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, so I just cannot do
So
it.
cannot.
Can't.
Don't do it. It'll
I-
ruin my trade.
yeah. So I just can't do it, and I want you to succeed in this one.
Thank you.
My TP, although if I would be in the trade, and obviously my TP would be around 95.1 ish. I mean 48.95 ish area. 95.
95.
Yeah, I mean just for safety reasons, if it would just pop higher before reaching the mid level of that big bullish pin bar from Sunday open, just to make sure. But it's not a financial advice, so follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow your dreams, and just follow your original TP.
Okay. You guys, no one has guessed it yet to win the 50K free account.
Really? No one guessed it? Okay, this
Not
is a really
yet.
hard one.
It's hard. Abhishek says close.
All right.
It's still up for grabs.
You special character, says Abhishek. Oh, special character.
Special character.
Okay.
I'm stumped.
This is amazing. I love that. Abhishek, great job. I love when the chat is totally locked in on the. Okay, I love that. Oh, the dollar sign. Oh, that.
Ooh, the dollar sign. Kim Capital says 50K flex plan.
Okay. We like it.
Congratulations. Nick plays the base one.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Make sure you go fill the form that Abhishek just dropped in chat.
Beautiful. This is amazing. Congratulations. What a question, Abhishek. Nice. I love that. It was a tricky one, but a very good one, a fair one, a tricky one. So it was really good.
What is your favorite plan at the moment?
Oh my gosh. I love them all, by the way. It's really hard to say one plan, by the way, if you ask me, because every plan has its specialties, and that's why it's so subjective. And I would say the flex plan is giving the balance to everyone. But if you want to make the big money, obviously go with the pro plan. But like the daily payouts, oh my gosh, it's so hard to decide. So hard. But whatever you do, guys, whatever you do, please don't forget to use the YouTube code, which is YouTube, right? So use the code YouTube, helps out the stream a lot and gets you the best available discount as well. So
absolutely. The more people use code YouTube, the more likes we get, the more subscribers we get, the more gifts that MyFundedFutures wants to give our community. So keep smashing those likes and let all your friends know to come and tune in with us and hang out with us. Yeah, it's working.
Just smashed through the 727. And, if you ask me about the FOMO 1 out of 10, I would definitely I'm at 10 right now. I just went to 10.
I feel it.
This is just, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm seeing 209 likes, which is amazing. Guys, you did a great job. Thank you so much. This is such a great job. We have 340-ish, 50-ish viewers. Amazing. This is why YouTube loves this. So next job is 250. I'm never stopping with this one, guys. 250. We still have about 16 minutes until the next segment. And you mean they need 40 likes. We can do it. I think we can definitely do it. Right?
You are pushing us. We can do it. I love your motivation. Yeah.
We need to. Today we're going to have Office with us, I think, on the next segment. I'm not sure. I think Office is going to... okay, awesome. So by the time Office is joining us, we want to see that 250 number, all right? Just to make sure. I mean,
Yeah, Afis will be here in about 15 minutes. Ashley is saying my FOMO is so bad right now. Any words... extra words to help Ashley and anyone else that might be feeling a 20 out of 0 FOMO?
Yeah, so just like I said earlier, and it's like a good thing that we're having such great conversations here with Terry, because it drives my my thoughts away from that FOMO thing. But just gotta remind yourself, because I'm keep saying this in the last almost hour to myself, like, not hour, but like the last 30 minutes, I keep saying to myself that there's always going to be the next best setup, always. So you need to understand that this is a fact. This is not just a guess or a question mark, like, oh, but how am I going to make it? You know, how will I'm gonna make such a great trade again, and when is it gonna happen? Whatever. No, it's gonna happen once you accept it, that this is just one trade out of the next 10,000 trades that you're going to take as a trader. You will realize that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because it's always going to be a next setup. And once this fact is in your mind, yeah, you're going to still feel the FOMO, by the way. So, but it's going to be much easier to get through that feeling, much easier. Yeah.
Just knowing and trusting that there's going to be so many in the future.
Exactly. And by the way, I enjoy watching this price action. I love that these levels are reacted the way it reacted. I love that, in my terms, the zone were having the reaction on the 1 minute chart. So I really like it. And whatever happens after this, at the end of the day, I'm just going to say, okay, the analysis was correct. I did, took my slice from the market, which was great, and I'm walking away. So also another thing, if you just scalp just a few points and made relatively small gains there, and you think like, oh my gosh, I could have made more, forget about it. Like, whatever the market is doing after your TP was hit, or when you close down the trade, that is irrelevant. That doesn't matter anymore, because you planned the trade and you traded your plan. Once you did that, that's a double check mark, and you made money, you made profit. Perfect. That's a perfect day. And especially right now that practically we are seeing a bit of a sell-off here on NQ, you shouldn't be chasing it. Because you're done. The day is done. Now, if you're sitting down right now because you didn't have time to trade earlier, that's also cool. Then you might have to wait a little bit more. We still have a lot of time from the so-called silver bullet hour, and obviously depending on your setup, on your levels, on your entry model. But just sit back, relax, because the next setup is around the corner. All right.
Thank you, Tom. That helps.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially the part where you're like, okay, you put your trade on. If you got a piece of it, like, you're done.
You're done. Yeah.
You're done. You did your job. You're done. It doesn't matter if the market tanks like 500 more points. You're done. Like, you captured those points. Call it a day.
Exactly.
That was your goal.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if the market moves another 500 points. Like, this is something like a few years ago. I was asking much more experienced traders. I had a mentor as well, and I was asking like the same question, like what should I do, or how should I deal with this situation? And they also said one more thing, and I respect those people. They said, you got to understand that you plan your trade, you have 1 or 2 trades a day, because when they told me like, hey Tom, I'm just taking 1 or 2 trades a day if I really want to force myself to trade, 1 or 2 trades. Some of you guys might say 1 trade a day, that's crazy. You know what? It's totally not crazy. It's very important. I totally underestimated the gravity of this one single sentence, like 1 or 2 trades a day. And I was back in those years, I was like, oh, that's stupid. That's like crazy. Why should I just stop with 1 or 2 trades? You know what? If you plan your session that you're going to trade, if you plan your levels, and if it plays out and you execute it and you're done, you made your small slice of the market, you're done, the levels being hit, everything according to your plan. What do you want to do? Like, you don't have any more to do. You're done. Whatever the market is doing, you traded your plan. This is why it's so important to do the pre-market analysis. It's going to keep you in those corridors. Like you're going to have that trade cap. And I would say, yes, 1 or 2 trades. It's hard to beat. I mean, it's hard to to really go with that rule, because I also trade the London session, I trade the New York session. In the London session, I try to take a trade at least, maybe 2 in the New York session. So on average, I would say I take 3 or 4 trades a day because I'm trading both sessions. But trust me, it changed my life. I have some viewers from my channel, OG viewers, who were with me since 2022. I was taking 5 to 10 trades in the London session. Imagine how I chopped myself up. Everything changed when I switched to one trade, by the way. Yeah, it was a great change. Yeah.
It helps with the stress, and it helps with over trading, to not overtrade if you're like only one a day.
Exactly. Exactly. And even if you lose, by trading your plan, by the way, trading your plan and losing the trade is not losing. Also, you got to understand that's not losing. You traded your plan, you applied proper risk management. That's not a loss. Maybe P&L wise, it's a loss, but it's not a loss. You actually won. You went into the market, you were disciplined, you followed your plan, whatever. I mean, you might be seeing a negative balance on your account, but trust me, please, on this one, you just sit back and you can tell yourself, hey, I won. I did my part. I did my job. I did everything as I planned out, and I followed the plan. Yeah, I lost, but I come back tomorrow. That's a winning, and that is going to reprogram your mind. So it makes it easier.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are experiencing that FOMO. I'm seeing in chat, people are saying, wild moves.
How is the YN trade going?
It's going. I added to it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I added 2 more. It's just around break even now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's going.
I mean, it looks good. There is this swing low from, hold on. Yeah, we have an Asia, well, almost Asia low, but it's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, right before Asia market open. But yeah, I think 49 is like a very nice level there. Once it closes below 49, then you have a good chance to spike lower and drop lower. Yeah.
Okay. I am just going to let it do its magic. Hopefully it'll get there.
It will. So we're seeing, by the way, a bit of a bounce here. Let's just see the distance. I'm gonna zoom in on the 1 minute chart here on NQ. So we took out 727, 86 points, or almost 90 points of a bounce. So this is what we were talking about. Once you start to chase it and you think that, okay, this is gonna go down to 700 because you're looking for that round number, and you just jump in at, for example, 740, just a few minutes can take you up to 800, and very, 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 very crazy. Crazy market.
Tom, take a look at silver.
Oh my God. Let's look at silver. Silver. Oh, what is going on? What is going on?
In one full-size contract of silver, each point is $5,000. And the high of the day was 121. The low is about 111. So it's dropped 10 points about in just the morning with us so far. That is $50,000 if you were short one silver contract.
Oh my God. I know, guys. I know it's very tempting. I know, but I guess, and this is just, I haven't I'm not reading the news right now, but this could be just a simple profit taking here. Nothing more. It could be just a simple correction.
Oh my gosh.
But wow. Yeah, this is wow. I have to look at gold. Oh my gosh, gold.
Look at gold. Yeah, Pamela said take a look at gold.
Oh my. This is
okay. It's okay though.
No, you know what? Actually, it's not. Actually not, because I had no plan on gold. Really, I had no plan. Once we break Asia low, I had no plan. So we talked about this. I don't see anything here to the left. So good luck, by the way, to everybody who's short on gold. But because I didn't have a plan, honestly, guys, really, absolute honesty here, I have no FOMO about gold. Absolutely zero FOMO. No problem with this drop. I have no problem. The FOMO I have is NQ because
Yeah.
I was so focusing on that 994. When I saw this earnings candle and I went to sleep, so I'm sleeping during the Asia session. I went to sleep. My last thought, like, okay, I hope we can get that candle tomorrow. And yeah, we got that candle, but without me. but it happened. But so I don't care about gold. Oh. But it's a nice drop. So those of you who are short, careful with chasing it. Also, it can bounce and rip off your account totally. But, oof, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Terry? I know you're thinking about something.
Oh, I'm just thinking how everyone's been trading gold and silver. Good luck, everyone. I'm seeing lots of people commenting about trading silver and gold. $250 crashed to gold. Wow.
Oh my gosh. The thing is, I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a little bit scared of silver. I'm just scared.
Yes, it can wipe out your account just like that, even with micros. So definitely careful. There's lots of FOMO in today's market. Tom, we are together on this one.
Yeah, so I am, when I see this, especially, I mean, I never ever traded silver. I mean, maybe back in the Forex days, I tried to put on a few trades on CFDs, but like ever since then, I didn't trade it, and I'm definitely not interested to look into silver. Like now we swept out that 110.45. I guess if you guys were chasing it, now it's the perfect time to take it off because it can just bounce off again. But yeah, but as for gold, Jesus,
it's still going.
Holy baby
it
Christ,
has gone
gold
vertical.
But it's just like, I don't know.
I know it's serious, Tom, when you start talking about baby.
Yeah, I mean, this is unbelievable, but still, I'm just gonna say I have zero FOMO about gold. It's just so interesting to see this happening. I will look into the news, by the way, later. I will read what I can. I used to read Bloomberg, Reuters, and such, and some other. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I'm just losing my thought here because gold is practically. It's not. Gold is not dropping. Gold is teleporting. By the way, it's basically just teleported down to 51.31. Oh my God!
It's just a vertical line.
Gold,
it's like a cliff.
Gold practically teleported from 200 to 130 in 2 seconds, basically.
Incredible.
So, wow.
So my chart is saying gold is down 2%. Is yours about 2%?
On my trading view, it says 1% because it now retraced. Like imagine, it moved 1% in 1 minute, one single minute, basically, because it was down 2%. So please be careful. Stay away from gold for now. Not a financial advice, but just please be careful. This thing is moving 1% in a minute, and I don't know. I have to read about the news of what's going on. It seems like NQ. I don't know what. It's strange to see that NQ is also dropping like crazy. We see gold dropping like crazy. I mean, in a perfect world, they would be moving the opposite way, right? Like gold is going up, NQ is dropping, but now both are dropping. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my gosh, my YM trade is up $170 some. Let's
go, everybody. W's in the chat for Terry is going. Beautiful.
Thank you, Tom. Well, we have to head out. These will be on in less than 1 minute here. Last minute words before we take off, Tom?
Yeah, I just want to say I love the community. I love everybody in the chat. This is such a great show. I am super glad that you're back. And we had amazing conversations, had an amazing time, and amazing price action, by the way. So it's good to see the market moving. Terry, everything is great, and I think we're even going to have a better day tomorrow. So thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tom. It feels great to be back. Please give a very warm welcome to Avis. We'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good morning, everyone. That was a pretty cool intro. All right, what a crazy day we've had in the market so far. Thanks again for MyFundedFutures for having me today. Super excited for this stream. This is going to be an exciting one because, as you can see, the market melted this morning, and I took a pretty nice trade, and I want to be able to break that down with you guys. I think if you guys can learn something from my trade today, this is something that's like so repeatable. It's kind of like my A+ framework. And if I can teach you just one or two things about it, you guys are going to have a lot of success kind of trading, a system that gives you a trade like this, once every couple of weeks. So yeah, I would consider this to be an A+ setup, and I'm kind of stoked to be able to go through it with you guys. All right. Also, sorry for my hair today. I've been swimming a lot in the beaches of Costa Rica, and I definitely got some saltwater bedhead going on, but I'll be looking at the, yeah, it does make out of bed. It's because I've been swimming in salt water a lot. So my hair is just getting frizzy. Yeah, so I'm gonna be walking through my trade. I'm also gonna be trying to answer as many questions as I can for you guys. Yeah, let me read in the chat as well. But let's start with the trade today because there's a lot we can learn from it. Okay. All right. As always, guys, I'm gonna walk you through something called higher time frame analysis and exactly how I trade. And on these segments, you guys are really gonna learn more about my system, which is pretty cool because if you keep showing up here on Thursdays 10:30, soon enough you're gonna be able to take these exact same trades with me. So let's start with some blank charts, guys, like I always like to do. I'm gonna get rid of everything for you guys. As you know, I trade the index market. So I specialize in index futures, right? So we're gonna be focusing on that market. So what I want you to do is take a look at this weekly chart. It looks pretty ugly in here, doesn't it? Right? We're in this very high time frame consolidation across most assets. And when that is the case, typically speaking, what I look for is lower time frame models. It's very difficult for me to get involved in higher time frame consolidations because the market here simply isn't trending. So when we compare this type of market in here to something like gold, I mean, look at the moves we've had on all assets today after FOMC yesterday, right? Look at this daily chart on gold. It's actually a very, very similar trade that you could take on gold today, but you see we're trending, right? We're making these higher highs and lower highs. And if you're trading ICT concepts, we're creating these imbalances that we're respecting to trade higher, right? We're not seeing that same kind of logic, play out here on the indices. Very choppy. So what I do is I look for lower time frame logic, and I try and incorporate that to still take these, high probability expansion trades. So let's take a look at this week. I'm marking out the weekly open here, okay? What we want to see if we are bearish is for price to open, form a high at a significant level, and then trade lower. If we are bullish, we want to see the exact opposite. So let's mark out, actually, let's do it like this. I'm going to go for you and mark out this weekly open here on NASDAQ. And I'm going to draw your eye to the high of the range, okay? So you can see price opens, forms a small opposing run, and then expands. Now, where does this expansion end? It ends when the S&P takes out its all-time high, okay? I'm going to mark that out with a black line. This is that all-time high level on the S&P. Now, this is a significant level because in a consolidating market, you can see what happens when we come above old highs. Right? Like you can study this, right? When we come above old highs, typically we're failing to break out. So we create these high resistance patterns and then we come back in the range, right? We're not breaking below lows and we're not closing above highs. And you can see this, on lower time frames too. We create a low, we fail to expand through it. We come back into the range. We create a high, we fail to expand through it. We come back in the range and we are range bound, right? So whenever we come into all-time highs, that's a very significant level where I think the market could potentially pivot. So let's include that level on our other assets. Okay, cool. So now let's go into a daily chart. So my weekly narrative is set, right? We open this week, we trade higher into a significant level. And I'm asking myself, what happens here? Okay. Are we going to reverse or are we going to continue? And maybe NASDAQ could also reach up into that high. That's the question. What happens at that high? Let's go to a daily chart to see what happens. So as we come into the all-time high, right? If you know the way I trade, I need a swing formation to trade any form of reversal, right? So in this case, you can see what has the daily chart done? We open the week on Monday, we expand Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So these are 3 consecutive expansion candles. And if you guys know the way I trade, what do we generally see after 3 consecutive expansion candles? Does anyone in the chat know? For anyone who trades like ICT concept, sit against them. 3 days expand higher, and then what do we usually get? Yeah, there we go. Some form of retracement, right? We see price come back to the range. That's what we're looking for, right? We're looking to trade back into the range, especially because we come into this all-time high level. So what do? Simple as this guy. Look at the weekly low. Look at the weekly high. Near 50%, I see a key level, right? That's a fair value gap. Look at this. There we go. I now have my narrative for the day set. I want to trade off of this all-time high, which diverges, and trade back into the range. This would be known as external to internal. And if these words are kind of confusing, just go watch my last YouTube video, right? I'm going to talk about this entire model that you can trade. So this is the idea. But I don't have a swing formation here, right? You can notice that this candle in here doesn't reverse. So I need to see this day, Wednesday, reverse. And how do I do that? I look at correlated markets. So look at this. Our previous day high is taken by the YM. We're going to study this very closely on the lower time frames to see how we can get involved with this type of candle, all right? But the first thing we notice is that the daily candle has a divergence. We're diverging or forming SMT at the highs. So how do we get involved? We jump down one more time frame. Right? So in here, it looks pretty messy, right? I see that we have this divergence above the previous day high, right? But I'm really just seeing a choppy consolidation in here. I want a better swing point. What does that mean? I want a time frame that shows me something that looks something like this. Okay. Remember, we said markets require a swing point to reverse. So I'm going to want to see something that looks like this. Okay, I'm looking for this signature where we form a sweep of the previous candle's high, and then we start to reverse lower, okay? And then of course, I want to trade, right, after and trade expansion towards the lows. So I'm looking for this type of signature. And on the 4-hour chart, although I can see it on the daily, right, where you can see that exact signature is forming right here, I don't really quite see it so cleanly on the 4-hour chart here. It's pretty choppy, very choppy. Like, I can see that price isn't really expanding away from that swing in there, is it? And this swing is good, right? But there's going to be a cleaner time frame I can use for a singular swing. And this is where we use some concepts like the 6-hour chart. So the 6-hour chart is really beneficial because it shows us the day in terms of different candle sessions. Okay, think about it. Each day, each daily candle has how many 6-hour candles? Think about it. The day opens at 6 p.m. So we have 1. Well, let's just count them over our hand. We have 1 here, 2 here at 12, 3 at 6 a.m., 4 at 12 p.m., right? And then we have the new day. So we have 4 6-hour candles every single day. 4 6-hour candles. Each 6-hour candle corresponds to a session, right? Think about it. From 6 p.m.'s open till 6 to 12 is going to be Asia, the Asia or Tokyo session, right? 12 to 6 is going to be the London session, and then 6 to, right, 12, 6 to 12, I guess you can say in this case, is going to be the New York AM session. 12 to 6 is the New York PM session. This is really important, okay? Why is this so important? Because I can now say, if there is a session that reverses, I can trade a swing point formation of that session and trade expansion. That's my entire model, right? That's my entire model, is trying to get on side with these expansion candles. And I know I have a draw to trade into, which is this low. Now, of course, you can see market is really trading through the low, and I'll show you my trade. And then of course, there's gonna be a bit of FOMO for not holding it all the way down here, but you can't anticipate this kind of move. You can trade into here. So what I look for is this. I see price form this divergence right in here, like that. So look at this. This in here is a very clean, refined, right, swing for the day. Remember, the daily candle opens here at 6 p.m. This is our 1800. And what do? We immediately form divergence, right? We're forming divergence with that all-time high level I talked to you about here. So I know I want to trade away from that high towards that low. How do I do it? Well, I have a 6-hour swing, and you're going to notice something if you followed my concepts. This is a precision swing point. So that means that this 1800 candle right here, right? This 1800 candle is down close, or sorry, this 12 a.m. candle is down close on the NASDAQ, and it's up close on the YM. So YM is manipulating higher into what? The previous day high. Look, YM takes out this previous day high all the way up here. This gives me a really nice key level I can trade lower from, okay? So what do? I refine this further. From the 6-hour, think about this. How many candles on the 90-minute form a 6-hour candle? So if I have a 6-hour candle, and that is going to be my reversal candle, this is the candle I want to trade. There's going to be 4 90-minute candles within the 6-hour. This is going to be how I profile this candle. So I'm going to jump down and show you exactly what I did to get on side with this massive, move, but also time when this move is going to start, because that's how we get on side with moves. We time when the reversal is put in, and then when we can trade away from it. At the open, we're going to see something really cool. So let me get rid of this. So as YM is manipulating above the previous day high, right in here, you can see, what is this 6-hour to 90-minute alignment showing us? Well, NASDAQ diverges at the high and creates a fair value gap. This is a continuation sequence in here. What does that mean? What is a continuation sequence? Well, that is price is trading away from this high. Remember, look at the 6-hour candles. I'm going to keep jumping around time frames so you can see it a bit better. We've already diverged at that high with this open of this new 6-hour candle on the YM, right? This is going to be that New York session. Now, NASDAQ has not only diverged here, but it's creating a gap. Okay, so I know that I can trade from this gap away from the high, right, towards the low. This is my entire opportunity, is from this gap to this low, right? That's the whole sequence. Remember, we're telling you that we're trading above previous day high on the YM. And now we have this 6-hour divergence as well. The new candle that opens up here is going to be at 9 a.m., which contains equities open. Equities open is going to be a lot of volatility in the market, right? Equities open is going to be where we could potentially see the market expand from. So that's really what I'm looking for. That's kind of exactly how I'm looking to get involved in this. So I see this 90-minute candle in here, open at 9 a.m. And what does it do? The same thing we saw on the lower time frames, right? Look at this gap. The S&P 500 trades above this high in here. The NASDAQ stays below it. We are diverging inside of a gap. That is one of the highest probability sequences for the market to trade as a continuation. So we were trading something that looks like this. We have a reversal, and then we have a continuation. This in here is called the reversal, and this in here is called the continuation, right? How do we know that the market is truly reversing? Well, what we see in the market away from a reversal is going to be displacement. Displacement confirms that we are actually reversing. That's sometimes what we call V-shapes, where the market looks like this, right? It comes into a level and it forms a characteristic V-shape. Displacement then is how we observe gaps. So these gaps you see in the market between the first candle's low and the third candle's high are exactly what show us that we're in a continuation. We're going to form a continuation, which is a swing point. right? The same way the reversal forms a swing point, the continuation is going to form a swing point. And the highest probability sequence for that continuation forming is the one I'm showing you here, at least from the way I trade, right? My data supports that. So we see we diverge inside the gap, and now I can expect 9 a.m., which is the new 90-minute candle. Remember, for the 6-hour candles that we're studying, right? Let me pull up some higher time frame candles to show you this. Trying to see if I can pull up some. Okay. So you see these 90-minute candles, right? For the next 90-minute candle, which corresponds with the equities open, we are going to see price trade away from this divergence like this and towards our draw. So now what we've done is we've refined the daily candle. So we started from the top down and we said the daily should go lower into our gap. We have a draw. That's called a draw on liquidity. Then we say for the next step, right, that after that we need a refined swing. We used our 6-hour chart to say that the New York AM session should reverse. Now we have a refined continuation away from the reversal, which is right here in this gap. We now have a continuation that can form. How is a continuation going to form? The same way it formed on the higher time frame. Ready? So look at the 90-minute chart here that we had before. And if it's a bit complex, I'm trying not to be too complex, but this is so cool. Like I love teaching this stuff because there's a lot of logic in here that, you know, kind of repeats, and then I'll go through and answer as many questions as I can, right? So this same SMT in the gap you see, which is going to be when one asset trades into the gap and the other asset doesn't, is exactly what we're going to use to get involved in this next phase of price. So you can see here, we have this gap. What am I doing? Repeating the same sequence. So this is where price should reverse from. If we are going to stay below this high, right? The one that formed this little divergence, then we're going to stay in respect of this high and this range. So I'm going to put this to the left as well, or the right. This is a premium and discount, right? Just from the high to the low. We need to respect this gap, okay? Watch what happens on the open. Price trades into the gap, and you can see, well, the fees, all assets trade into the gap. So we don't have that same thing we had here. I want to point your eye to this asset here. While the NASDAQ is coming back into this fair value gap, the YM runs out the high. So now you can see on that 90-minute chart, like we talked about, we have another divergence, just like this. Perfect. This is really good because now we can take an entry aligned with the open. And you can see how volatile the open is, right? So once we get that divergence right here, you can see NASDAQ, we just need to see a V shape. We trade into the gap and I get a V shape. What does a V shape look like? A closure through the singular candle in this case into our fair value gap. That is our change in state of delivery. You can see NASDAQ sweeps out these relative equal highs inside of the gap. That's the reversal. Boom, right? And you can take this trade like I did right on this closure, covering the high and targeting the low for around 2R. Now the same logic can also apply for trading a continuation. So say you missed that entry and you want to get involved. Well, look at what we're creating. We're creating gaps away from this high. So you can use these fair value gaps to get on side until this low is met. And then what do you see price do? Let's look and zoom out. So you can see price is really tanking through this low, right? So maybe you're saying, okay, it could come into this low. How do we get on side with that? The same way, right? We're going to want to see some sort of continuation sequence in the market. So we need to look for a gap of some sort, like in here, you can see. Okay, NASDAQ is trading through this imbalance. And look, we have all this drawdown here. Look how we're flipping that weekly open now. Do you see that? The weekly candle trades high, like we talked about. It's a really aggressive move today. It's very, very, very aggressive. I did not expect us to go this low. But look, we trade high into the key level, and now we're reversing the weekly candle lower. So you can see in here, if you want to keep trading lower, we need that same sequence to form. And I see one right here. So I see a gap away from a reversal. There is a gap, and you can see that same SMT inside the gap form. Where is it? Right in here. Like this. Okay. So when you see price form a gap, trade into it on one asset, but not the other, you get a divergence inside of that gap. That actually looks like this. Sorry. Right? A divergence inside that gap. What you can do is you can short on the candle that closes through it. So now in this case, you might be saying, well, look how high in the range YM is compared to NASDAQ and the ES. Maybe you want to see YM get down to its low as well, right? All assets might want to reach into this low. Well, that's where you can now say, I have a continuation here on YM. Take the closure, cover the high, target the low. So this is a really, really repeatable and consistent way to trade. I hope you guys can learn something about like how you trade these big moves or how I approach the charts. This is something that you actually see another trader on this channel. His name is Leo, and Leo Invest. Leo Invest trades in a very similar way. And if you guys are showing up to these streams, you're going to realize that a lot of these trades look very similar, right? Between me and Leo and other traders even on the channel, because we're all trading a very similar logic. And this is really what we use, day in and day out. That's extremely mechanical, right? It repeats, and mechanical just means that it's step-based, right? I don't have to improvise much. I don't have to think too much on the fly. It's all just if that happens, then the next thing happens. Okay, so this is what I wanted to break down for you guys in today's segment. I think if you guys rewatch this, come back to it, you can learn a lot about my trading approach. Is there any questions that I can answer about any other stuff or the markets or anything like that? Like you guys know, generally speaking, when the market is already expanded like this, I tend not to take more trades. So I look at something called the average daily range. So you can look at ADR. And if we actually pull up an indicator here, you'll be able to see that quite well. Right? So when we are really extended above like the average daily range, maybe there's something that we can put on the chart actually. Right, when we really extend outside, I actually like the stat map one more. Let me show you. This is a cool indicator. This is how I filter out when I keep trading and not. So do you see how we're trading? This 1 day upper level here is the general average distribution level of a day. So if you average all the distribution levels, so you can see how we're trading really far below that, right? Because of that, I don't look for more trades down in this range, because essentially what you're doing to be shorting the bottom of a market, right? And if you look at a market like this today, guys, I mean, look how much we're down. We're down 3%. It's just a knife, right? So it's very hard to catch a knife like this when you're so low in the range. That's generally when I just don't trade. Yeah. Yeah, so how are you guys enjoying the stream, by the way? Also, did you guys see the new updates to the MyFundedFutures challenge? The accounts? It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's some W there. And you also get a discount if you use this YouTube code. Yeah, and my YouTube link has been shared in the chat, so you guys will be able to see that. Tomorrow, you're not going to be trading? Yeah, tomorrow will be interesting. So let's take a look at some other markets, guys. So this market for me, again, what I look for is just now, like I said on the weekly chart, right? If we're going to reverse from this all-time high, then we're going to look to the other side of the range, right? And that just means we have one level. Now, I'm not going to look for that level today, unfortunately, because as you guys know, when the candle wick is very large, I don't anticipate the body to be large as well. So for me, this weekly candle is very difficult to engage down to this low because this wick is so large. On weeks with large wicks or days with large wicks, you actually expect a small body to form. We talked about this in my last stream. This is something that's known as protraction profiling. Yeah, I have a video on my YouTube on it. It's just about like wick sizes, right? So I could probably convince you of that by looking at other weeks. Look at this week here with a large wick and a small body, okay? Then look at the weeks that expand. They have small wicks and large bodies, right? Look at weeks that expand. This in here, large wicks, small body. Small wick, large body, right? Look at this, large wicks, small body. So we don't, same here, large wick, small body, right? This is because large ranges typically produce smaller ones and small ranges produce larger ones. That was Larry Williams said that. So in this case, we're just expecting, right, that this weekly candle is going to kind of close near its open. So look at the opening price of the weekly candle. I don't like to short past this weekly open, right? If you look at this daily chart, especially today, right, I would not be shorting past the weekly open because think of the higher time frame candle you're trading. Where are you realistically going to keep shorting to? The low? Potentially it could go. It could just go in one move, right? However, I would now anticipate something like a retracement from this range, right? So maybe tomorrow we come back in the range. And where would I target? Probably a 4-hour fair value gap, right? So look, tomorrow we might do something like this. And kind of close our week near our open, right? In fact, maybe you guys can come back to this video. Maybe I'll put there's a nice little challenge there. I think that this weekly candle may close near its open with a very, very small body candle. Yeah, that's very common. How does one sit through this and not feel FOMO? It's just about understanding your model, right? I talk about this a lot, right, on this channel. I think it's really cool. Like, when you understand what you're looking for, guys, you don't feel that FOMO, right? It's just, it's, if this happens, then that happens, right? Like, we can look at other markets too, and I can show you the same approach, okay? Let's quickly look at gold. Same exact approach, right? How many consecutive days are we expanding in this market? More than 3, right? We have several expansion days. So what I'm looking for, right, at this point when we're at all-time highs, is if we are going to reverse, let me set my background, and there we go. If we are going to reverse, what can it be off of? Every reversal requires a swing point, right? So same logic is here, guys. We have the previous day high. It's the only place we can reverse off of is this previous daily high. So I'm going to go down and profile the same way, right? Look at a 4-hour chart. I run above the previous day high, you can see, and now we're forming this reversal candle, okay? How is that reversal candle going to form? With a swing point on the lower time frame. Let's do the same thing we did on the indices, okay? I want to show you guys can trade this like on every market. So look, we have 1800, right? Now we open the daily candle high. We open a high forming this wick. Now what do you notice forms at the extreme of the wick? Same thing we saw in the indices. We have a divergence between this high and this high. See? Divergence between the 6 a.m. high and the current high of day. If we go to a 6-hour, we might be able to see that as well. Ah, look, same exact logic, guys, right? There is that 6-hour candle. So remember, look at the sessions. What is this session in here? We have Tokyo, okay? Then we have London. Now we have New York. So which candle is framing the reversal? Well, it's the New York session, right? Look, 6 a.m. opens, forms that divergence, and now I can trade away from this high. Now, I don't just want to do this, guys. I don't just want to, short the high as soon as the divergence forms and be like, okay, cool. We form the divergence, here. Let me short and cover the high and boom. Great. Sure, that is one approach, but I recognize that there's some refinement I can do. I have a level I want to target, which is here. Okay. I do the exact same thing. Exactly the same thing. So what I'm looking for now is how can I get involved, right, in this expansion candle at 10 a.m. Well, 6 a.m. forms that wick, and gold has my draw on liquidity. That's where I want to be trading this market. So I go down and I find a refined key level. There we go. Look at this. 9 a.m. opens up and is the candle on the hourly that manipulates that previous 4-hour high. If I include 3 candles here, you'll be able to see that. Okay. 9 a.m. forms the high of this 6 a.m. 4-hour candle and the 6-hour candle, right? You guys seeing the same thing repeat and repeat again and again. Cool. So now once this reverses, what do I need to see? Well, I need to see some sort of, whoops, my apologies. I need to see some sort of V shape, right? Look at this candle in here. It comes in at 9:15. If you guys study my content, you're going to see that this candle here is a precision swing point. What is that? That's just when one candle makes an opposing delivery. This is telling me that this divergence is going to hold in the market, see? And now I'm looking to trade away from this high. Look at this asset. It trades higher and then reverses, bearish close. All I need to do now is get involved with the 10 a.m. open. So again, I'm realizing that 9 a.m. reversed. Look at 10 a.m.'s open. What is that? A new 4-hour candle, right? Look, it was the 6 a.m. candle that reversed. So 10 a.m. should expand, right? That's the logic. So we just need to wait for that V shape off the high, which we get right here. And look, we're in the reversal phase, right? So look at the V shape. We come into these highs and boom, there's my V shape. And now I'm looking to trade 10 a.m. as a continuation, right? So I can either enter, when we V shape in here, just finding like any time frame that works in here, right? You can see that's the high. Now I want to find that V shape, so I can enter on a 30-minute closure right here. Boom, look at this V shape. I mean, it's pretty hard to deny that, right? Up and then immediately down. So you can enter on that closure, risking the high and targeting. I mean, obviously, you're probably going to want to take some partials, right? Maybe you want to take a partial near the daily open, maybe at 2R, but that's your ultimate draw on liquidity. It's all the way down here, right? Or you just wait for 10 a.m. to open, right? And again, there's not a lot of reaccumulation in here, but you'll see we get that one-sided expansion all the way down. In fact, there was no reaccumulation, meaning if you missed the reversal up in here, it's pretty hard to get involved after, right? There's not any fair value gaps or anything that are retraced. I don't see it. Oh, there's one right here. Look, there we go. Same logic, right? What do I look for inside of these gaps, guys? I'm going to need to see some sort of divergence like we did in the other example, right? Look, simple as that. See, this candle in here forms a divergence like that, forms a divergence like this, right? Find the consecutive candles into that key level. This one right here, and you can take this right there. Boom. They have a really tight stop loss. And again, you're just aiming for, wherever draws you want to see. So that's, you can see the model I'm teaching you guys here, right, on these streams is the same thing you can use on any asset and any day. And if you watch some of my YouTube stuff, you're going to realize that we trade this way kind of every single day. But some days are crazy volatility, obviously, right? You can't expect crazy volatility like this every day. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from that. I know it can be a lot of content, right? But it's cool stuff. You explain so well with much. It just comes from a lot of chart time, man. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time, kind of just studying the best way I do it is just like study every move, right? Like when you see markets do some crazy move like this, like when I used to like see markets do stuff like this and be like, why is this happening, right? And eventually, there's only a few ways that candlesticks can form, right? Every single candle involves the same 4 components: open, low, high, close for a bearish candle or for a bullish candle, and open, high, low, close. And then I started to pay attention to things like, why is this candle coming above these highs? Right? That's interesting. And why is this staying below, right? Maybe that is when the market is going to actually do something, because I don't want to trade this. What I don't want to be caught up trading is that. And you can see in here, we're consolidating, right? I don't want to trade that type of consolidation. I want to get involved with these one-sided moves in the market, right? And if I can point your eye to yesterday or Monday, you're going to see the same thing. Like, look, I traded this on Monday, and you're going to see the exact same thing and be like, holy, it just repeats again and again. Look, we have this low, which is a fair value gap in the market. Right? A fair value gap. The market is expanding higher, right? Where's the draw? Where does price want to go? Well, it wants to go to this high, right? On the S&P. And it maybe wants to go to this high here on NASDAQ as well, right? Boom. That's it. This candle at 6 p.m. gives you a very nice framework to get long. Okay? So look at this. We come into the gap. We form this divergence that we've been talking about so much, right? For all of my trades, we're going to see the same thing. Now, how do we get down and profile this 6 hour? Well, maybe we use a 90-minute chart like I talked about before, right? So once we form this divergence, right? You can see, okay, look at this candle. We need to see a V shape. Maybe you want to use an hourly chart. It doesn't matter. You just have to see that V shape. Look here. Perfect. There is that 2-stage precision swing point. Again, these concepts don't have to be, or like you don't have to use all these concepts, but here is that up close candle, down close candle. We sweep it. Now look, all I need to do is see a V shape, right? That's a pretty good V shape to me, right? Look at this. Boom. That's really good. When price closes through here, take that, cover the low, and the draw is the high, right? All the way up here. You can just target this high, and that's a 3-hour trade, right? And then you're coming into the next session and you say, oh, I wasn't trading Asia, I missed it, right? And sometimes you do miss it, right? So in here, you can see, well, this happened at 6 p.m. and I wasn't trading here. Well, now look, we've established a low of the day, right? We're trading away from a low of the day. And the reason why I'm doing an education stream today, guys, because I don't want you guys to FOMO from looking at price. I know it's super easy to do that. Like, I know, trust me, you can be looking at this market and be like, what should I do? How should I trade it? It's really just a knife, right? Like it's tough. For me, it's very tough to trade markets like this when you're so low in the range. Typically speaking, I have a general rule of thumb, guys. If I can say there's a low I want to be trading towards and a high I'm trading away from, I only want to be taking entries in the upper half, okay? Here. Unless I find a new swing, right? If, for example, if price does this, then I have a new swing, right? And I can trade, again, in the upper half. But right now, I don't have any new swing. So for me, it's just, I'd much rather just teach you guys some stuff about how I trade, right? So you can catch these moves in the upper half next time, but I'm not going to be trading so low in the range, right? When I trade so low in the range, that's when you typically get burned. You'll see that happens a lot, right? Yeah, and if you guys like this stream, give it a like, right? If you guys like the education content, it tells MyFundedFutures you like these kind of streams too, right? Where I can hopefully keep teaching you guys something, because my goal is, as an educator in this space, is just to like share as much of my knowledge as possible before I stop educating one day, right? And help people, with their journeys. Because I struggled for a really long time myself. For a lot of years, I struggled just kind of doing the wrong things. I didn't really have a good system, so I like sharing mine these days, obviously, for that reason. So look at this. Right? Oh, I missed it. Well, now I'm going to have a new chance to trade in the New York session. So we want to trade to this high, and you're going to see price is going to give us an opportunity. Okay. Look, okay. A little bit too far ahead of myself. Actually, we can just play it out like this. So look, we create this gap into 6 a.m., which we said is the New York session, right? So we had Asia reverse. We had London consolidate. Right? It's consolidating. Look, it closes back in the range. And especially, look at this. Sweeps out the high, closes back in the range. And what do we create? A new gap. Okay. I have a gap. And what did I tell you about that candle delivery? Look, down close, up close, right? So now look at this next candle. Okay, how can I get towards this high? Well, what do I see right at the open? Let's go down and look at this 6-hour candle. So this is our open of New York. Okay. New York opens here, and we want to get involved. Well, first thing we're going to know is that we have a gap that we can trade away from, and we want to see how we can trade. And you can see all assets trade below the low. So there's no divergence inside the gap. So you might be saying, well, how do I trade it? If there's no divergence inside the gap, right, or with the gap, we wait for a divergence inside, right? So if we don't form some sort of swing with a divergence at the gap, we just look inside of this wick. We zoom in. Okay, that's always what we're going to do. We're not going to trade a 6-hour candle. I don't. I day trade. So I'm going to zoom in. Let's go to a 90-minute chart. So 9 a.m., right, is that candle that comes into here. And look at this. Well, this is interesting, right? We have some SMT forming in here, in this gap here. So I have a refined key level now. Look, you see this fair value? So NASDAQ is trading into this fair value gap. Look at what the S&P 500 is not doing. Trading into this fair value gap. Okay. We have our current high of data target, which is just this high up here. And we also have NASDAQ with this high. Look at YM. YM is distributing all the way down here. So we have a really large divergence forming at this low. The same thing we talked about, remember? We want to see a divergence inside of this gap to go continue higher. Fantastic. Right? And we also have a divergence with the gap itself. Now, what can you do? Zoom in again, right? Just zoom in, keep zooming in once you find these statements. I have an area I want to go long from. I have a level I want to long to. What do I need to see? Some sort of V shape, right? That's all it is a V shape. And look, we have a driver. Look at 930. So 930 opens right here. 930. And we immediately manipulate. So if 930 manipulates, look at all of these highs, guys. The market has left all of those highs. That can be what we distribute to. So I just need to find a V-shaped signature. And I need a swing point to align that with. This looks good, right? This looks really good. You can see this hourly candle at 9 a.m. is the reversal candle from that key level. I just find out which candle gives me the best alignment. So in here, I see that this candle trades into the low and it reverses. So what should the next candle do? It should expand, right? And we're aligning that with the idea that this 4-hour candle just created its low, so it can expand. And the 6-hour candle just created its low, so it can expand. You notice how all the alignments are now in the same, they're all good to go. This is called aligning expansion candles. And this is across your time frames, right? From your higher time frame all the way down to your lower time frame. All of them are ready to go higher. So when we do that, all we need to do now is wait for this candle to open and take that V-shaped recovery. So for me, I see that V shape right in here. Okay. Very, very nice signature. And again, I can wait for the candle to close. So 9:45 is going to open right here. You're going to see. And it opens with no wick right there. And immediately starts to expand. Well, in the case that it immediately starts to expand, right? I know that, okay, this is probably going to be the low because we've already reversed. I want to get involved before the high is met. So I'm really focused, right, on this 4-hour. And I have this high here. And I have these highs here. I want to get involved. Remember I said early in the range. So what I can do is if I miss that, I can say, okay, well, I guess there's no chance for me to trade from here to here. It's gone, right? There was no gaps. There was nothing I really could have taken. The only thing I do see is right here, where, we come back in, we close above, and then we have this. And that would be the only trade you could take. But if you miss that, not all is lost. This is where you don't have to have any sort of FOMO or anything. You can keep trading and you still use the same logic that I'm teaching you. Say, look, we have a reversal down here, okay? We hit this high. Are we gonna reverse at this high is the question we wanna ask ourselves, okay? Well, how do we know if we're gonna reverse? If we're printing gaps. So you can see here, we come into this high. Okay, maybe price is gonna reverse from the high, but what I see here is a gap that we're printing. So maybe we'll form some sort of continuation away from the gap. That becomes an invalidation, right? Look at 10 a.m., okay? It expands and you're like, well, it didn't come into the gap. You're right. Look at what happened on this asset. So we look at all three assets together, right? So look, these assets didn't come into this gap. They should have, right? We were saying, well, we have a gap. Maybe you can trade away from the gap. It didn't go into it. So why is that the case? Well, look at this market. This market has been trading lower the entire time. When does it reverse? When does that reversal happen? Zoom out of this market, okay? Where is it trading into? Nothing really seems that obvious here, right? On the 1 hour chart. You can say we're trading into the weekly open, right? There's not much here. But what we are doing, right? If we're not gonna reverse from the low, we're probably just gonna reverse from the previous candles. So what do? We form that same sequence, guys. Look. 10 a.m. opens up right here. Are we going to continue higher towards this high or are we going to reverse? Well, look at what we do. We create this divergence between the 10 a.m. and 6 a.m. 4-hour candles. Looks like this. Okay, now watch. This asset starts to reverse. This asset continues. What is it continuing from? Point your eye to 10 a.m.'s open. Okay, we trade lower. Look at what happens at the low right here. Okay, this candle at 10:30 sweeps out the previous candle's low. Look, there is that divergence inside of the gap. It's a small one, but it's still a gap. So we're diverging inside of the gap like this. Okay, very, very interesting. NASDAQ is much more obvious here. You can see that, right? Diverging inside of this gap. That's how we can go long again. And again, if you notice, right, we're going to use something cool here. It's hard to see it on the 30-minute chart. Look at the 90-minute chart. The same one we used today. Look at this candle. It's reversing off of the previous, remember the 6-hour candle? Again, if it's going to form a wick in here, right? Because this candle wants to trade higher in this 6-hour candle. This is going to form a wick. Which quarter or which candle is going to reverse? 10:30. So 10:30 in here forms that divergence inside of that gap that we've already mentioned. What do I need to see? I took this trade. I took this trade live with my Discord community actually on Tuesday. Right? We expand and we get that closure through here. That's the V shape we want to see, right? What time frame gives me the best V shape? Perfect. Look at this. That V shape just like this. Go long. Cover the low. Target the high. Okay, so you guys can see like these examples and this system just repeat again and again and again, right? So when people ask me the question, like, why do you feel FOMO or why don't you feel FOMO? It's largely because of this, right? I have a system which I can repeat. And when I understand that it repeats and I can take winners and I can take losers and both happen, and I make money because my winners are larger, I don't feel as much FOMO, right, in the markets. And you get disciplined, right, just by trading the same system again and again and again. All right, what questions do you guys have? Also, if you guys like this stuff, please give a like, right? Please like shove a like on the channel. like reshare the video, come back to this video, like watch it after, and you'll be able to review a lot. Like there's a lot of lessons in here that I think you guys could use in your trading, right? Can you look at live data, please? Sure. Like I said to you before, like generally speaking, when the market's doing stuff like this, guys, I'm not interested in trading near the range low, right? So like I said to you, my objective now for the day has been met. And what did I say about large weekly candles? They tend to close near their open, right? So because of this very large wick, my friend, I'd be looking specifically at this weekly open. So this line in here, I would not want to short the market past there, okay? And you can see, right, coincidentally, we form a wick at the weekly open, right? And you can actually see the same logic is applying on the lower time frame. So look, if you were going to be trading this market still, we have a divergence at an extreme, meaning right, this low has not been taken on this market. Okay, now this is on the daily charts. Let's look at a lower time frame. This 6 hour candle clearly is not going to go like this, right? We're not going to do this in this 6 hour candle, are we? That's almost impossible for us to come back up into here in the next 30 minutes. The new 6 hour candle opens at 12, right? So what we're looking for is to see if this candle is forming a wick here on a lower time frame. And look what we might close as, this candle right in here. A precision swing point, right? Where one market comes into the low, creates an up close candle, right? This market creates a down close candle. And then we might be able to trade what? Back into the range, right? We'll have a gap. And then price can maybe do this. In the next 90-minute candle, which is going to align with that new 6 hour candle, right? Because every candle forms a wick high, a body if it goes lower, and a close. Or if it goes higher, it forms a wick low and then trades higher, right? So we're going to watch. But you can see, right? Look at this. We have that SMT forming at this low. Again, just like this, right? Between the hourly candles. Just like that. And if you saw a V shape in here and you want to trade this candle, you could. Look, do you see a V shape in here? I'm going to show you these hourly candles. Look, right? You see this V shape off of this low? Yeah, it looks pretty good. You could have longed this. Now the problem is that where are you targeting? Maybe back into here. Not a bad trade, right? It's counter trend, but it's not a bad trade at all, right? So that's the same logic right in the real-time markets. Now for me, I like to pick my shots, right? Like for me, I knew where I wanted to see the daily candle go. I wanted to trade this move, guys. I don't really want to be involved in this move. This move in here is just a retracement for me. Like when price goes high, then creates retracements. I don't want to be trading from here to here in a bearish market. I want to be trading from here to here, here to here, right? This direction only. That's why I'm talking to you about these sequences for continuing in markets, right? Like gaps. I mean, look how many gaps we have in here, guys. Why I'm traded into one right here, right? So this is what we look for. And it's the same thing kind of on all time frames. And when you get really good at filtering price, right, you can be able to take these high probability, setups. But a lot of trading is not trading, guys. And for me, right, I'm looking at this daily candle. Does this look like a daily candle you guys want to go long on? Do you guys want to long this daily candle? Like, are you guys expecting to just be bullish here? Probably not, right? You don't want to be bullish at the low of a huge daily candle lower, right? And because of that, because we are at the low and we already expanded, and because the weekly candle is so has such a large wick, I really do anticipate that this weekly candle is going to close at its open or near it. Meaning that tomorrow will also probably be something that looks like this. because we have a very large wick. And I can show you that these types of candles don't typically have large bodies as well. And we can prove it to ourselves. Don't take my word. Go look. When we have large wicks, we have relatively small body candles. But I'm going to show you a candle that looks just like this one that we're currently trading. Okay, look at this candle in here with this very large wick. I'm going to show you what another candle on the NASDAQ looks like. That looks just like that from the bearish side. Here. Very, very similar, right? We close and you are open. And if you look on the YM, it's even more exaggerated. So that's why I'm very careful with the trades I take, guys. For me, trade frequency is not as important as accuracy. So I got about 5 minutes left on the stream. I'll try and answer any more questions, right? To enter the X giveaway, you have to share and repost this stream on X and tag MyFundedFutures, okay? So if you use the hashtag MFTV, sorry, in your post, you're gonna be eligible, right, for those X giveaways, and you're gonna be contacted on Twitter. And you can also tag me if you want in those posts, right? And I can reshare it for you as well. Try and give you some visibility on that, right? I'll reshare one of them, for example, so that you get some more visibility of that post. Matt is down 70 G's. Holy. Yeah, it's how you deal with the FOMO, guys, right? That's really what's gonna keep you alive. Do I trade live? Yeah, I trade live almost every single day. I have my own community, and then on these segments, I often trade live as well. Yeah, if I come on, like last week, I actually took a trade on this stream. If you go into last Thursday's stream, you'll see me take a YM position long. I think we made about 2.5 R on it. So it just depends on the timing, right? Like today, you guys know, if you guys know me and you guys have watched my content, you know I'm not going to trade this daily candle anymore, right? Like it doesn't make sense for me to trade this daily candle. You want to be involved in this body, guys. Get involved in this, right? And I'm going to teach you guys ways to get involved in that body. If you show up to these streams, there's a lot of construction going on above me. Sorry about that. If you show up to these streams, I'm going to be teaching you how to get in those like expansions, and then you'll be able to, you know, filter your trades. I mean, all my socials are on my like Twitter. I have a website as well. Like you can just follow me on there and kind of investigate like kind of the stuff I'm teaching and stuff. But yeah, I'm also here like every Thursday, guys. When I show up to these streams, especially if I've already taken a trade and I can break something down, I'm gonna try and teach you guys something. It's really easy just to click the button. It's very easy to trade. It's quite a bit harder to, you know, learn a system that actually works. And I don't know, I struggled a lot when I was starting with finding that system. So I hope I can be the person who provides that to you. That's my intention with these streams too. Yeah, a couple minutes left. Let me see if there's any other questions. You guys have any questions for me before I send it off to our next presenter? If you guys did enjoy the stream, like please show some love, right? I'm only on here because I have the opportunity. Because MyFundedFutures TV allows me on here. So throw a like, throw a comment, give a reshare. That shows you guys, right? Like I will get more segments like this and be able to, you know, try and teach as much as I can if you guys show some love to MyFundedFutures, right? Also, they're giving like, there's a lot of giveaways associated with these and stuff too. So yeah, like just engage with this content and you're going to see more of me. And hopefully over the next couple months, I can teach you guys a lot, right? That's the whole goal. Yeah. Oh, every link and everything about mine, guys, you can find on my socials, right? Like you can just Google search my name and you'll be able to find everything about me. But yeah, how do we do today, guys? In the chat quickly before I hop off. Good stream. You guys liked it? And if you guys have any ideas for what you guys want, you know, some education or knowledge stuff to be shared on the next stream, just let me know and I'll try and prepare something for you guys ahead of that, so you got something to refer to. Okay. Awesome. Peace out, guys. Enjoy the rest of the stream. I'm going to hand it back off to the team. And yeah, have a great one, guys. Peace.
When the tickers shiver and the charts go insane, you know legend just locked in again. Bull Barbie's got that red hot streak, and methodical man's moves are sleek. Trends don't chase, trends surrender. S&P and NASDAQ, remember her, stops freeze and profits
What's up? Barbie, are you muted again?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I got a new mute button. It's not as in my face as my old one. I need to upgrade it. So how did we do this morning? Who got short?
Yeah, no, not me.
No?
I was longing. So.
Oh no.
We bit the dust.
I did try longing also
because
the short paid and then I was looking for something else to do. But
yeah, I didn't short. I was actually long. I mean, I tried to, I did short the opening range, but it lost. So, and then,
your little pre-orb lost. It never loses.
Yeah, it's not going to win.
The Husk guarantee.
Excuse me. The problem is this morning, it paid like right at, if you look at like the 28 or 29 candle, it pops out of there. Here, let me show you. Let me scroll all the way back up and show you. I changed the color of it to purple. But you can see this candle here at purple. 27, it pops out and it goes 32 points and then it rips back up into it. And so it tagged me in on this push back up. Like it kind of wicked down, tagged me in, and then wicked back up. So it retested more than the 50%. Yeah. My stop's at the 50%. So it is what it is. But I did hammer this long.
The danger to those kind of setups.
Yeah. But I did hammer this long at the bottom here. We had a 3-minute inversion. And I hammered that for about 20 points on one mini to get back to green on the day. So had an SMT at the low. Nice order block with a 3-minute inversion, and bam. I do like this 399 level down here. It's an hourly wick sitting inside a fair value gap. We'll see if we're able to get down there. I am planning on taking an initial balance retest short here for just 10 points. I'm going to try it. So, but even though we lost on the long, so that that kind of level to level trading, I lost $650 on that. And then we might or might not have taken a silver trade today on that account and made a quick $2,000 in about, I don't know, 10 seconds. So we're green. We're green on the day. So right or wrong, I was inspired by Barbie. I said, I got to trade silver. So
there you go. I did take a lot. I did take the short first. So I had that I switched accounts because I was only in one account. And so then I tried the knife catch. So then I had to make it up, but I did get the bounce down here. I basically took the 6,900 bounce on ES.
That was a great bounce.
I was in a little bit after that. Yeah, I was looking, I was like, man, it just wants to turn here. It wants to turn here. And I was looking at my Mo roll and it was wanting to turn. I have 2 of them on here for some reason. I'll fix that. But yeah, once that finally broke out, that was nice. I did get stopped out on my runner.
I traded an inside bar.
I was really worried about the 69.35-ish level, and that was kind of the spot where my trail was too tight. I had an automatic trail on it, and it trailed too tight.
Yeah, we're kind of right there now. But I traded an inside bar on silver. We had kind of a level 110-400 I had marked out as the next level down. And so we printed an inside bar on the 5-minute, and I took the breakout in the inside bar on silver for, I don't even know how many ticks it was.
It was a massive short. I saw that.
It was, I didn't take it for that many. 90 ticks is what I took it for. But gold and silver were on, they're just insane today. What's going on with them? Any idea?
No, I ended up trading the indexes. Like if the indexes keep me busy, I tend to stay out of the metals. But yeah, I mean, initially I was looking like, oh, it looks like it's going to go fill that gap. And it did.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if we recover a lot of this, but you know, I still see that level down there at 399 on the hourly. It looks so obvious. That's still a good ways down though. If we just switch over to the hourly right quick, you see we kind of have an hourly gap down there.
I'm looking for some swing trades, and I want to get just a little bit deeper. I'm not quite ready to go, even though we've made this dramatic move lower, over 100 points on ES. Over 550 points on NASDAQ.
We did feel we filled that gap from January the 25th as well. I forgot that was even down there.
I was watching that one. But yeah, I'm on the wrong chart. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see how much of this we retraced. We haven't even gotten up into this little consolidation area around the 40 level. That was kind of my next target there for the bulls. And so that's what I'm kind of watching for right now, if they can get up there, or if that's going to be a lower high. Keep moving lower. But on the daily, I lost my daily. This is the Q, so I'm going to go over to SPY. This is a big, ugly candle. Like this was an uglier candle back here. This was an uglier candle back there, but that was a long time ago. This is the ugliest candle we've had in a while. Yeah. I am still kind of wondering if we can get back into that 50 SMA a little bit though, maybe tomorrow or something. So I've got a swing idea if we can get, I didn't get filled either, but
yeah, let's go. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what's going to happen here. I'd like to see a push back up into 825 on the NQ. I know if ES can hold the 24s, I think we continue up. If ES loses the 24s, I think we make another leg lower. So that's kind of my line in the sand.
Yeah, I can see that. Because for me, in order to make that move that you're talking about on NASDAQ, so the ES spot I'm looking for is to get over the 35. I think that the 40 is a nice juicy target, but when I looked, there was just a ton of congestion heading up to there. But if we can get over 40, then I think we can look to 60 because we've got some wicks up here as well. Moving off the two charts over here. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, this is looking good so far to continue this long position or this long idea.
Yeah, I got long down there near the lows, but I don't know, man. I was in a mini. You know how it is when you're a little bit oversized.
Yeah.
You just take the profit.
I just wanted to make sure I had profit on the day because I did have a knife catch loss that I took. And so once I got that covered and back into profit, you know, I'm happy.
For sure. Yeah, I wasn't upset about being red. I was just kind of it was one of those things like, I was like, well, if I find a spot to try to get it back, I'll take it. And whatever happens, happens. Yeah. So that's kind of what we did. So
there were a bunch of spots that I was looking at to kind of do this bounce. Let me go on to my levels real quick. There's a lot of levels. That's why I took them off. It's actually like too much for me right now. But I was initially looking for this 77 area and then 71. That was kind of my first idea. I didn't try the knife catch there. We were just too aggressively short when we actually got into there. But then I was looking for it again around the 55. And so that's where I tried my knife catch and it did not work.
Yeah, the knives were stabbing me today. I tried twice and I gave up. I said, all right, now we're going to join the shorts.
Yeah, so then I had to, the way I trade that is if I've taken a knife catch that's just like, I think this level looks good and I'm going to kind of front run it and it fails, I only get one shot at that and then I have to wait for confirmation. And that's what we got when we were down around the 6,900. We had VIX turning around and my Mo roll went full green. So I was like, that's it, I'm going in. Fortunately, it was right before that little bunker candle there.
So what is the mole roll? I don't even know what that is.
It's an indicator that I made. I just call it the Mo roll because it's looking at the momentum. So I'm looking for the momentum to roll over, and so I always look at them like rollers. It's the way I look at it. The market doesn't just go straight up or straight down. Even if we're in a really strong trend, it kind of takes breaths and it has ebbs and flows. So a lot of times you'll be holding a position and it kind of takes that little retracement before it goes. That's what I'm kind of watching on here, if it's a retracement or a full roll. So
got a form in the chat, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already.
Someone's going to ask, how do you enter? And here it is right there.
So what you do? How much does a bull cost, says Devin Deep. He wants to buy Barbie a bull. I don't know. Well, Barbie probably has more of an idea of that than I do.
I don't even know. I haven't looked at livestock prices in a while. I know horse prices are insane right now.
At least $1 million. She'll drop her cash app in the
$1 million
chat.
on a horse, no problem. I can spend $1 million on a horse. Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
It's bad.
The check would bounce.
Yeah, well, there's that. But Yeah, we have quarter horses, and the one that I bought most recently, this is going to sound expensive. It was like $12,000, but it's like a $40,000 horse now.
Nice.
The horse market has gone insane.
Guys,
I'm not selling her. You can't have her. She's my baby.
I'll take it. I'll turn it into a true unicorn. Guys, what's the new plan that MyFundedFutures dropped? Anybody know? What's the name of it? I can't
Anybody know what it's called? Does anybody remember?
What's the name of the plan?
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's something to do with being, malleable, maybe? What is it?
What is going on
Flex.
here?
That's
Flex.
it. It's the Flex.
Flex plan. All right. And it's
flexible.
It's $87 with a certain code. What's the code?
There
What's
it
the
is.
code?
Code you. They cheated. They posted it already.
I was trying to give them a test. So I got that initial balance retest there and it worked, but I'm showing a ghost order on my screen now. So
I want to see this 40 hit. Come on. Oh my God, it wants to. That was that spot I was looking for earlier. There's a lot of orders right there at 40. There's a lot of profit taking, which would be potentially a higher high spot, which I think is why it's a good spot of profit taking. But if we get over that 40 level, I'm looking to see if we can test 60. Because that'll be where the next sellers and balance is up there.
yeah, I don't know why I hate it. I don't know why Quantower does this sometimes. This is the first time in a while it's done this. So I just have a ghost order sitting here now. We're now up $231 on the day on this account. Let's go.
Let's go.
Some of that profit came from last night. We traded gold last night and we smacked it. We smacked it around for a little micro trades here and there. So didn't do so well on the NASDAQ, but we did okay on
I saw how much we were moving last night and I was so tempted, but I've been sick and I could not stay up. I wanted it so bad last night too.
yeah, ghost orders are scary. All right, I'm gonna reset my Quantower so you guys don't bring up my charts while I do
That's
this.
okay, mine's pretty right now.
Yeah.
I may have degened into another little long here. Here, this will be interesting, right?
Uh-oh, we got to change our name from Barbie Degen, Bull Barbie to Barbie Degen. So
I'm kind of getting all of this to take profit. This kind of, yeah. Oh my God, it didn't take my order.
it's not going to. It's going to come back down.
This happened the other day too. There it goes. Okay, so that was that 40 target that I was just talking about. So I'm trailed to break even, and I want to see if we can hit 60. We could potentially make a bigger retracement than that, but I'm trying to go for the easier, higher probability trade. And when we came down here earlier, gotta find which chart I'm on. I did see on the tape, on the order flow, I saw a seller imbalance come up at 60, which means there was a lot of really aggressive selling. So if we get up there, if we get over the 60 level, those sellers are potentially going to be trapped if they weren't smart and taking their profits down here, which can cause a reaction over. But that's also like kind of the key level that I'm watching to be defended also.
Right.
Like where break even stops and things would be.
So I got a question. Using order flow, how do you determine where your stop is? It's a legitimate question because I have no clue.
I don't know why order flow would change that so much. So it's kind of the same way. So if we're looking for key levels on the hourly, I think that's one of the easiest, most simple ways for everybody to understand. We're just looking for those key levels of support and resistance on an hourly chart. If you're looking for order flow, it's another thing. You're kind of looking for levels. So it'll be intraday levels. So what I'm looking for, and I was wishing I had this to bring up. I'll get this set up to where I can share it next week, maybe tomorrow too, if I'm lucky. But what I'm looking for is big orders where we might have at a certain price level, we might have 200 orders come through. And then all of a sudden there'll be a price level where there's 900, 1500, 800, all within a few ticks. And so I know that that's an area in the market that the big guys are watching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to watch it too. If they're protecting their orders at those levels, I need to watch them because those are going to be intraday levels to play. Is it going to not let me have my runner again? I feel like this is going to be one of those times I stop out and then it goes.
Yeah, the thing. So the reason why I was asking that, I see this guy, and he trades order flow and things like that, and he doesn't use a stop loss. And I'm like, that's strange. Like if order flow tells you when to get in the trade, well, then at what point does it tell you to get out of the trade?
Well, I don't know. He might be trading it differently than I do too. There's more than one strategy for order flow, just like there's more than one strategy for MACD and whatever else, right? But
yeah,
because I always think of the market in terms of key levels, so that's what I'm looking for on the order flow. But someone else might find some different things. But in this case, like I've already taken profit, so my stop is at break even because that's how my money management rules are. I took 3 off at 40 level, and now I've got a runner.
Yep.
So that's just how I'm managing it in this case. But originally my stop was below this consolidation area.
So what he says repeatedly, he says either I'm going to win or the market maker's going to win. And so he just blows the account. What do you think about that risk management?
I don't like it because I trade my own funds first, and I treat props like bonus money.
Right.
So I'm not losing my money. And I don't like earning evals. I'll kind of go through like a week where I'm focused on evals and hit them really hard and get them earned, because I always want to be working on live accounts. I don't like taking paper trades. So
yeah, I kind of thought that was a dumb idea,
protect.
but I had to run it by you just to make sure. I wasn't sure.
It's not my style. Not my style.
Didn't seem very smart. So
it seems like something you would do to get a lot of clicks on YouTube.
Yeah, it sounds about right. So yeah, so I guess we kind of have a similar setup there on NQ that we have on ES as far as those wicks up there at the I guess where are they at the 57 level?
We've had some pretty good confluence today between the two, and VIX too has been playing nice and giving us a nice opposite.
Somebody said I was hiding my losing trade. Guys, I'm not hiding it. Look, right there. It's a W. It's a W. I mean, come on, guys. What are you talking about? We don't hide them. We show them. Even if they lose, we still show them. And they do lose. Trust me. They do lose
lost
sometimes.
One yesterday. Lost one on my stream this morning.
Yeah, it just happens. So,
part of the game. It's always, you know the rules. You got to keep the losers smaller than the winners.
What I might look for here, I might be aggressive and look for, I could long off maybe 725 here if I want to be super aggressive, or I could look for a long on a pullback into the 700. But I think since we're above the EMAs, I'm going to go ahead and join the long party here at 725.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I may as well. And we'll look for 25 points off that up to 750. We're going to join the long party. So if it loses, you guys know the deal. If it loses, we blame someone in chat, probably Tom Sabo, but somebody. We'll pick somebody who will be the ultimate loser on this trade. They'll be the
got a little bit of London session Tom Sabo stream this morning.
Did he actually respond to you?
He did. He noticed I was there today.
He ignored me today too. I was trying to catch the Tom Sabo guarantee and he ignored me. So it's quite rude. I'm gonna have to send him a DM about. I guess I should have just called his cell phone, huh?
Is Trump actually speaking?
I think it's at 4:30 today. He's supposed to speak.
I was like, I don't know about right now. I hope not.
4:30 Eastern. He's supposed to speak, but whether or not he just jumps on or not, I have no idea. GC still moving. Let me pull it up. Actually, I can just pop it up right here. Yeah.
It says he's making an announcement with the press pool in the Oval Office, actually. So we'll see. He likes the drama in there. Oh, you know what I added to this chart that I was missing the other day? This is a new chart. I always start them naked and see what I have to add on there because I like my charts clean. This is the cumulative delta down here. So this is another thing that I was watching on this initial reversal. This is my second long. I was originally long down here, but what I was watching was this. This is a 5-minute chart. So this was the divergence that I saw between the cumulative delta. And it's kind of hard because it had been starting to do that, and like this knife catch didn't work.
Right.
So it was a little bit trickier down here, but it just, I was a little bit more confident once we had more of it going on, and the VIX was turning around for a change. So
Maybe I should put the delta on there. I don't know. I don't use that stuff, but I mean, I do think it's interesting to see those kind of things.
it is interesting. The thing, I mean, I love a divergence. This is not my favorite divergence, but I find it really helpful. Sometimes we'll get this all day, but if I can add this to something else, like at the time we were very oversold on the RSIs and we were at a key level and I saw the order flow coming in. So I don't take it just by itself. I don't think it's strong enough to ever take on its own, but it does help. I have a video on it too. I'm using NinjaTrader for this. I'm pretty sure Quant Tower has it too.
Yeah.
The one I don't love is TradingView. Their data isn't the same high resolution as Ninja and Quant Tower, so it's a little bit different.
If NASDAQ can just close above this 21 EMA on the 5-minute here, we're right there at it, just not able to get above it. We can get above that. I think we get a little squeeze going here, but for now, it's just kind of holding below it. Interesting enough, it would be a short trigger if it kind of gets below 700 again, which would be a little scary for me. So
Mystic Rick, on NinjaTrader, this is the order flow cumulative delta. If this doesn't show up when you search, you need to turn it on. This used to cost money to get the order flow data suite, but they changed it. But what I found out is there's the new free plan and there's the old free plan, and you have to switch from the old free plan to the new one to get the order flow. If anyone hasn't done that yet, highly recommended.
kind of makes sense. Yeah, ES is trying to test that 34-35 level too. Right there at your stop. Is it going to get you?
It might. The account is still nicely green though from that long, or from the 3 I took off. So if it stops, it stops. I want this, but that's okay.
It said no dice.
I want a lot of stuff. So I don't get everything I want, unfortunately.
Silver is just crazy. That's what's going on with silver and gold today.
Pretty much. The wild children over there. This is what I've been watching. This is a 15-minute. It's just nuts. Like, look at that drama, and it dumped with the market too. Yeah,
gold went down. I don't even. What was like $500? I mean, it's insane.
It was a lot. So I'm looking at the ETFs here because I like to look at the gaps. But yeah, I mean, we were at super duper all-time high. Where are we at? 56, and now we're at 50. If we were at 5,600, basically, and now we're at 52 something. So that's a pretty big drop.
Exactly. I got tagged in on my ad there, so now I'm looking for 725.
Although, what the heck? 5,600 on gold.
Yeah, 5,600 is insane.
We were just at like 3,500 the other day, weren't we?
It feels that way, right? And I think you're right. I mean, I don't know what it went up in the last month and a half, but it just went parabolic.
The nice thing is, I told my dad to buy GLD in the fall, so he thinks I'm really smart.
He's like, "Oh wow, she's a genius." And then your next 2 plays lose.
Yeah.
And now you come back to just a normal person.
I got him in the GLDs and the XLEs. So he likes the ETFs. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. He's been like, no, we buy stocks. I'm going to buy some Cisco and some Microsoft. And I'm like, no, we're going to do something new.
Now might be the time to buy Microsoft. What was it, down like 11% today or something? Somebody said.
Yeah, it's down bad.
Couple bucks.
When I loaded up on Microsoft, it was in last April though, so it's not down to where I want to add yet.
Couple shekels.
I'm kind of eyeing. So once the futures market slows down in the morning, after I get my little morning hits in, I'll switch over to options. And I didn't have much to do because tech was dumping so hard. It's like, you want to try to pick the bottom, and it didn't seem like it was quite ready yet. But I am kind of watching some of that stuff. We could get some nice little dip buys on tech. I watch for that a lot during the earnings too, because we get just dramatic moves. And then there will be somebody who's just lagging behind when we start picking back up. And those are the ones that interest me the most.
Yeah, earnings, I didn't really capitalize on that yesterday. I was trying to, but it's pretty much a wash for me. So I tried to trade FOMC too, and I really didn't do that well. So.
Oh yeah, I don't do that. Well, yesterday's FOMC was the lamest FOMC I've seen in a long time. Yeah,
it wasn't very. I think we had a 30-point move at 2 o'clock, and then 2:30. I don't even remember. It was just kind of grinding back and forth. Really didn't go anywhere really. So
I had to miss the announcement, but I have the the app on my phone, and it was like not moving. Like, do I have data here? Hello? No, it just wasn't moving. I got back for the presser, but it didn't do that much.
All right. Well, is this thing going to go or not? She's kind of got me a little nervous here going into the top of the hour.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit. I still think it's just that 40 level. So some right now the buyers are being absorbed. Are they going to be able to continue absorbing them, or are they going to be able to push through? That's what I just keep saying. Every order I keep seeing thrown out here is between 37 and 40.
Raphael remembers when my funded TV was below 10K. Raphael, we remember when you were a baby too. You were just a little baby. We used to change your diapers. Now you're all grown
in April, it'll be 1 year since MFTV started.
Yeah.
Who will have been with us the whole time? Not you. You were close though. You were watching.
I was watching. I was around. I wasn't here though, but I was around.
We got you as soon as we could.
I don't remember when I started watching the show. I'd never heard of Bull Barbie.
When I started.
I never heard of Bull Barbie before this show. No, I'm just kidding. Wait for Max's bark, then full port long. He's probably sleeping now.
Let's try to stop me out and then go. I think that's what the vibes right now.
I need ES to hold the 35. I mean, come on, just stop holding.
Yeah.
It's trying to, like you said. I mean, we do have a 5-minute gap down there at 650, so maybe it wants to go and retest. But
I mean, ideally, my stop would be below this consolidation, but I've trailed it, right? So I already took profit and I've trailed it. So I'm in phase 2 of my stop rules, and it might get hit. We'll see.
Well, like I say, you've taken the majority of the position off, so
yeah, it's that money management that keeps rules, or it keeps accounts green, all those rules. But what I learned is because the Discord that's the trading ranch now used to just be a really small group of friends trading together. And I was always the level chick, right? Like I was always finding the levels every morning, and then everyone would go trade them. And I was actually getting annoyed, like down on myself. Like, why is this asshole making more money than I am on my own levels? And so I started paying attention to him, and it was the way he was managing the money and managing the trade. And a lot of it was just getting a piece of it booked right away so he could chill and enjoy the trade. That was a light bulb moment for me. So that's why I set up this management style where I take them off and then chill. Way more fun.
Hey, I mean, if that's what's working, let's go with it. And that's a good thing about having kind of like not necessarily a trading buddy, but someone that you can bounce bounce ideas.
Oh yeah, I love
off
the community.
Yeah, that way.
That's why we have it. Who wants to trade by themselves?
Yeah, you see what they're doing to be successful, and you can not necessarily copy it, but you can implement maybe something similar to what they're doing.
Well, a lot of times you can share ideas. Yeah, because even if, I'm not a big fan of signals because you don't learn that much, but by watching somebody's trades, you can end up learning a lot. So that's what I try to present it as less of a signal and more of a learning moment all the time, because there's a lot of layers to the onion here of trading. It's not just learning how to read a chart.
Yeah, let's be honest. Signals do nothing for you. I mean, that's you just copying somebody, and that's never going to, as soon as they're gone, you're gone, right? You're back to square one. So it's tough to just stick to, but people do it, right? They're like, oh, let me join this Discord because they're going to tell me when to enter, when to exit. But at the end of the day, it's not teaching you anything. So I just hit TP1 on my
Let's go.
trade, and we're looking for 750 on the squeeze up here.
This was where my first take profit was on my earlier entry also, so.
Luckily, it did not come
This is where
down
I
and get you
trailed.
there. Hopefully, it can.
It didn't, but barely, man.
Yeah, kind of put you
It
through
just,
some stuff.
I mean, it was like one tick.
We're right here at the top of the hour, though, so let's see if we can start to squeeze right into lunch. So, squeeze it up. There we go.
There
That's
it
nice.
goes.
Come on, you can go. You
I
got
I
more.
forgot I had my trailer on too. This is trailing way too tight. I'm gonna keep pulling it back.
Yeah, I do that on Ninja too sometimes, and then like in the trade, you're like, wait a second, that's probably a little.
Yeah,
too
I
close.
realized I set this one up the other day, and in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, I did not give that enough room. That might have been enough room 2 years ago. It's not enough room today.
Squeeze it. Oh, come on.
Squeeze. Yeah, 45 levels giving it a little bit of grief. We can get through these dudes though. These are minor dudes. We don't care about these dudes. Let's go. Crank it up.
We're about to bang out.
Finally getting my bounce. This is my
Maybe
third hit of this bounce too, I think.
You're just taking one pull after the other.
One of these times I'll have to chill.
Third time's the charm. Beyond that, you'll be in trouble. This thing is going to come like 5 points away from my take profit there and just pull back. That's rude. Come on, NASDAQ. Be a sweet girl. Get on up there.
Yeah, be a sweet girl. Don't be a dirty girl.
That's right. The dirty girls, we don't, you know.
Can't
I mean,
take them home to mama.
They can be fun. They can be fun, but you know, they got a saying for those. What up, Joshua?
Yeah, good morning.
Anybody else
Where's
long like Barbie and I?
Afternoon. Hopefully I got a piece of the short too. I spent half the morning watching the short keep going after I'd taken profits.
Let's go. Let's go. TP hit.
Nice. My thing, I'm just letting my thing trail now. It's trailing tight. I don't care. I want to go for that 60 level still, so I have my order at 69.59. But we'll see. I do have my auto trail turned on. I might just let it go.
Green $327. We're 2 days in on this flex
Let's
account.
go.
We're up $714 overall.
We got confetti.
Your stop moved again. It said, I will trail.
Yeah,
On my
I'm
own.
not even doing it. Where we stop,
You're locking in
market
12
decides.
points. That's a pretty solid trade there. I think 50 is kind of that next level there. If we hold above 45, obviously 50 should be our next up.
Yeah, we'll see. You're walking it on up here. I'm glad that worked out. I was a little bit nervous re-entering that.
Billy is sending Rocky Mountain Trader an invoice right here in chat. Rocky Mountain, you owe 5 accounts. And you got to pass them before you give them away. Get in there. Guys, we got the link to the Discord for MyFundedFutures. If you want to join the Discord there in the chat, Abhishek just dropped it.
Of course you do.
Barbie's, yeah, Barbie stops not playing around. It said, I want profit. So
All accounts should be green today. This ended up pretty good. I've taken more trades than I wanted to, but only one of them really went red, so that worked out.
as soon as ES kind of got above that 40, we expanded, and NASDAQ closed above the 21 EMA. So that's kind of what we were looking at.
And we do have VWAP around that 60 level also, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. That would be up near your 877, I think.
Yeah, I do. 825 is where I was looking for those wicks up there. 825, kind of relative equalize. I don't think they're not equal, but you know, whenever you see those wicks, and also an unbalanced gap up there on the 5 minute, you know, that's usually a decent spot to kind of look. So
Look, I show a sell imbalance from earlier. It's around 37, 835, 37.
guys, remember, if you are a new user, you do get 50% off of the pro account and 30% off for returning users.
You should definitely do that. Code YouTube.
Yeah, use code YouTube.
Oh, that one's unlimited uses too. Nice. The 30%.
Oh yeah, let's go. Get 20% off the Rapid as well. Yeah, I like the Flex. I'm using the Flex right now. We're gonna try to get it funded together. Yeah, we're gonna get it funded together, and try to get its payout.
I've not been in eval mode this week, but I was thinking first week of February might be a good time to try to go after some new evals.
I'm always in some sort of eval mode, unfortunately. Seems like we're always trying to pass something.
I'm not. I trade them a little bit differently, and so I like to focus on it, but
yeah, I kind of do as well. I mean, it's just one of those things. I just I mean, this one I'm not really, because at the end of the day, if you can make $300 or $400 a day, I mean, you can pass it in 8 or 10 days. What's the big deal, So
it's flirting with my stop loss again. I would only get 49 ticks. Y'all see why I keep that in ticks though instead of money? Because money, I'm like, ticks, whatever.
Let me have those dollars. Google form winners times 5. Here we go, guys. Mr. Delusional, GB33447, Camilo Andres Beltran 2015, John Paul 3267, Sakin 160. Make yourself known. Congratulations.
Let's go.
I see a couple of them saying they're here. GP, John Paul, Sagan. 2 more. Camilo is here as well. 1 more. Not quite sure which one we're missing, but somebody.
I'm just going to do some extra balloons.
How do you get those blown up so fast and keep them? You keep them under your desk?
Yeah. They come out my fingers. Just. Phew.
She keeps the balloons under the desk. They're hidden. They're hidden.
No, I got 50 ticks. This is what I'm saying. I can't trail this 1 tick. This is ridiculous. I gotta change this.
Oh, is that what it's doing? 1 tick at a time?
Yeah. I don't remember setting it that way, but apparently I did. Doing 1 tick at a time up here on this runner. I think I set the 2 runners differently. So one trails like this and the other one does.
We need 14 more likes to hit the 300 mark. Let's get it there.
I'm definitely not going to get to the profit target if we don't get those likes.
Yeah, I got to get the likes up there. Reroll, are you here? Who was it again? Mr. Delusional. I don't know if he's here. He's normally here. Funded Shoe Bomb, are you here? Make yourself known.
Shoe Bomb?
That's what it says. Shabam? I have no clue. He's here. All right. Or that person. I don't know if it's he or she. Who knows?
Also, is everybody that got hit by the winter storm thawing about now? I hope so.
It's so funny because
thawing.
My kids went back to school today and my son couldn't get his car out. So I had to go and take them to school because they couldn't get their vehicles out. Because I guess the ice refroze overnight. So
yeah, that's what happens around here too. We have that perfect temperature where it freezes at night and then warms up during the day.
It's coming back again this weekend. We're supposed to have snow on Saturday with like 12, 13 degree weather Saturday and Sunday. So there we go. There we go. Oh, did I say it wrong, Debadeep? I'm sorry. So how many of you guys are using Ninja or Quantower in the chat? Anybody using
Team Ninja
or Quantower?
Your Team Quantower over there. I know you use both, but
yeah, I do use both.
Right?
Yeah, I use Quantower mostly.
I'm Team Ninja.
Team Ninja. Team ATOS.
Oh, we got Yeah, we had to have that one in there.
Ninja. Looks like most people are using Ninja then, huh?
Is it
there's-
ATOS or ATOS? I've always wondered.
I say ATOS. I don't know.
I've said both because I don't know.
Yeah, Matt's having some technical issues. Apparently his microphone's broken. I don't know if that was you know, I don't know. He said his mic's broke. So I don't know if he's going to be here or not. Doesn't look that way. Quant Tower is good, Joshua. It's very similar to like I would say very similar to like Trade-Evate, right? Right out of the box, it's good. It's easy to set up, that sort of thing. Very easy to very user friendly.
The nice thing is it has the power tool kind of deal, like order flow and stuff like that on there.
Yeah. So is
Those
everything
don't work well on all platforms.
Exactly. So you have the ability to get all that. So I personally like Quant Tower's charts. I know that, you know, Ninjas look clean too. The only thing is like with the EMAs on Ninja, I like how Quant Towers are kind of right with price, and EMAs on Ninja's a little behind. I don't know. They feel a little different to me. But,
yeah, they've been making some adjustments. I think they've noticed that also. I hadn't noticed that. Ninja came out with a real hard push last year, and I think that it was kind of like they noticed that they were looking a little more like the old guys and not like the new guys. So they've been working on that.
I think once you get Ninja set up, it's great. It has a lot more ATM strategies.
You can't load it and trade though.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, you need to set it up. Like once you get it set up, it has a lot more ATM options.
Here we go. Now I'm at 60 ticks guaranteed.
Let's go for like an auto trail, which is like what you got going on right there, right?
Yeah, I can't be bothered to push buttons right now.
So you can do that in Quant Tower, but the problem is it moves the stop loss as soon as price moves into profit. So if you have a 10-point stop, it moves right into it moves the stop. If it goes one tick, it'll move it now to 9 3/4. So I don't like that. So let's go.
So close. Get my target. Okay, 70 ticks is my new trailed profit or trailed stop, and then I'm still going for that 69.59 right below the 60 level to do a just exit. Be happy. This account is ending up rather happy today. Good job, me.
Yeah. There we go. This thing's squeezing. Let's go. Get it through there. Yeah, I don't think Matt's going to be coming on today, guys, but you got us. You got us. So as you come in, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm certain he'll be back tomorrow. Oh, he had a bad morning.
Right here. I got this microphone, and I got my backup mic over there. I have to have backups. My stuff always breaks. Yesterday I was on a backup camera.
Well, some people are saying it's because Matt had a bad day. Listen, guys, even if it's because he had a bad day, at the end of the day, if you had a bad day and you lost money, would you want to, you don't want to sit there on the charts and continue, right? I wouldn't either. So I'm not saying that's the reason, because he says his mic is broken. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, who wants to sit in front of the charts if you didn't have a great day? So
come on. Oh my God, I need 2 ticks.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. Did I do it too soon? We are at the VWAP right there now too.
I'm either getting 90 ticks or 110.
I think you're okay. Yeah. So, I don't know if Matt lost money or not. I know someone said something to the effect. I'm not sure.
Well, I do know that Matt likes to go long, so it could be that he's finally making profit now, because he will average in with confidence.
Yeah. Delete VWAP equal no problems. You're not wrong, Albu. If it's on your screen, it's going to react to it, right? But if it's not there, hey, who knows? So
1 tick, and now I need 1 tick.
There you go.
There
Boom.
it is. Man, that made me wait.
70K. Oh,
we got it.
Just a couple shekels. That's all right.
Seriously, though, he was 70K at the bottom. He's probably doing better now. I mean, we're 60 points off the bottom.
Dat Boy Cheesy, the winner on X social media. Let's go, guys. If you're not entering on social media for that extra opportunity, you're really missing out. So
I did see somebody tag me and I didn't get it shared, but I'm gonna go do that after this.
congratulations. I like that name too. Dat Boy Cheesy. Hey, cheese and bread are two of my favorite things to eat. Now NASDAQ is approaching that 825 level for those relative equal highs that we were talking about. ES kind of got to its zone first. Well, actually, ES is right there at it as well. 850, or wait, it just ran it. Yeah, 959.
We did have a seller imbalance up here and the VWAP, and it was a level I noticed when we were coming down. So, because we ripped through the 60 level and then we went back up and kind of tested and didn't get back above it. So I knew that's why I had this as kind of a key area.
We're not quite back to 50% of this push lower. 50% is going to have us at 857, which is basically near the VWAP on NASDAQ. So until we kind of get up into that range, I wouldn't even consider shorts yet. Really want to see a push back up to at least 50%. That also will be rebalancing a 5-minute and a 15-minute gap as well. So could maybe consider shorts up there. I think we're still a little too low to consider some sort of short. And it's also kind of scary to be buying right here as well, right? Probably a little too late to buy. If we're just looking for a scalp, maybe.
I'm still saying, y'all, we don't know what he closed his trade at. I've seen him hold some crazy drawdown. That's a Matt thing. He will hold some crazy drawdown and he will keep adding at the bottom till it's bottom.
Guys, we got 301 likes on the stream, 339 viewers. Let's go ahead and hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Also, if you haven't followed Barbie's YouTube channel, please click on the link and maybe Abhishek will drop it. And
ladies first, follow mine, and then you can follow his.
Exactly. And also follow us on X. All of us. So all of us, let's go. Give some follows. We're closing in on 9,000 subscribers, I think. I can't. Do you ever have a hard time?
It out there.
Do you ever have a hard time remembering how many subs you actually have?
Yeah, because I actually don't want to be focusing on it, so I like intentionally don't put it in my brain.
We're at 8651, so there we go. So yeah, kind of closing in on the 9K mark.
I'm close. I think okay. Yeah, I'm closing in on 17K. So let's. We just need 400 of you to go like both.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Or all the people that are subscribed to Barbie but aren't subscribed to me. You know, let's even things out. Did he take Sabo's advice and he broke his mic instead of his monitor? I don't know. Would that be from Sabo or would that be from somebody else?
You're not supposed to smash your stuff just because of a trade.
Yeah, I don't smash anything. Stuff's too expensive.
I was about to chunk my camera through the window today, and I have a nice camera. That's why I was on a phone camera yesterday. It would not connect. I was about to but it works today because I didn't do that.
For sure, for sure. It's frustrating when stuff doesn't work.
I swear, there's always a tech problem. There's a token tech problem every day. That's life from streaming. So Matt normally comes on at I'm happy to do my conversion here, 1:30 Eastern, but today he's having some technical problems. So we're going to
12:30 Eastern.
12:30 Eastern.
I'm trying to help you with your conversion here. Hold on.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, 12:30 Eastern. Matt's usually on from 12:30 to 1:30. Thank you. I don't know Eastern time apparently today. So instead of that, we're going to end the stream in about 10 minutes. So you got 10 fabulous more minutes to hit the like and to tell Methodical Man that he looks great today.
Perfect. Even though I don't. It's good.
I overcorrected for my Eastern time.
Yeah, I do that too. I have
Rookie
to think.
mistake.
No, it's one of those things. It's like, are they behind us or ahead of us? Like, yeah, I mean, I have to think about it. Look at ES breaking out here.
Yeah, here it goes. This is why, like, man, I wanted to leave just like a total free runner, but I didn't enter quite enough down there.
Yes, our Nasdaq's approaching the 825 level.
I don't have like a serious target up here. That's the thing. It would just be like, even maybe, where are we? I got lost.
You could get a
Pardon my
decent,
God.
you could get a decent sized candle above this 25 level, since we've kind of, banged our head on it a little bit here. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see it push into 850, 855 pretty quickly.
Just kind of looking at well, NASDAQ and ES both have that little consolidation above on the 5-minute where it kind of bear flagged. That's kind of that main spot that I would watch, which is getting into the upper 70s. Yeah, I was watching the 77 earlier too. Why were we watching the 77? That was yesterday's low, 77.25.
So there's the 825 level tagged. She's tagged. I couldn't hold it. I mean, we were long down there off the 712.50, but we're just taking just taking the base hits. Did you say something there, Barbie? Your mic is muted or something. I'm reading your lips though. She's saying curse words. The issues are real.
I literally should have sound right now, so you're just not hearing me.
Now you do. Now you have sound. You were gone for a minute, I promise. You were gone. I don't know. Maybe it was only me. I'm not sure.
Sounds like a myth problem.
Make it a community stream. Well, it is a community stream. It's Barbie's community and my community. So,
are we having some fun on? Whoa, my mouse just got a little extra. Oh, good thing y'all didn't see that. I forgot how to use my mouse. I was going to go pop over and look at gold and silver. They are making a nice little recovery. This is what I was looking at on silver. I'm on the ETF, so it's got the gaps. But if we go to the full contract, it's got a really nice consolidation. Oops, I did that on the wrong side. We'll put gold over there and silver over here. But it had a really nice consolidation up there that it fell out of. And now we're kind of in this wider area looking to see which kind of low we're going to find. So far, it looks like it found some support in this larger cluster of highs and lows over here.
Yeah, I was just kind of watching that double bottom that it had earlier, that it just ran there at the 140 level or wherever it was. I think it was 140. And it 110,400 is where it was. I was looking for it to kind of clear that level out. Once it kind of recovered it, I kind of thought it might could squeeze, but
and they're really running together right now too. So this is a metals move. So a lot of times when we have these dramatic moves, what I show y'all is just putting a fib on it. It doesn't have to be exact, but a lot of the times when we make these retracements back up, it ends up in what's the golden pocket of the Fibonacci zone, which is between the 382 and the 618. Really, it's the levels that surround the midpoint there. Those are always my targets on the way back up. So silver hit all those. Beyond that, that's when I would have a runner on. Like this would be the main target exit if I'm able to have a target. That's the thing I always look at, a runner. I always have to have room. I have to have meat on the bone and enough quantity to be able to get that runner to go. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
I'm kind of considering maybe a short at 875.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. A VWAP kind of?
Yeah, just like the VWAP area. I may just only have like a 2-level stop on it.
Where was last week's high? I think we're close to last week's high on NASDAQ, right? Wait, I'm on ES.
I don't have the last week's high marked out any longer.
Come on.
I took it off.
We're pretty close. I think it's around this 850 area.
Yeah, we can kind of see. I'm just going to take it right there. We'll see what happens. We'll look for a 25-point retracement off of it. You're in OTE at that point of the leg. It's not the golden pocket, but we're in premium. And yeah, we'll just get a little started there and see what happens. If we get up to 925, I will take it off. That's kind of the thought process. 845 says trading for keeps. And Duarte to Machado. Thank you. Appreciate you.
About 5 minutes left. If anyone has any final questions, we are going to end a little bit early since Matt's having some technical difficulties today. So we are closing the stream out for y'all today. So last call for questions, and congratulations if anybody needs some balloons or confetti for a win today.
Where do you think we end up at the end of the day today, Barbie? What's your prediction?
Oh, I used to be really good at this game. I kind of like that 77. Let's see.
77 on ES?
Yeah, I kind of like where we are actually, but I can see us kind of closing up 69.77 on ES.
Let me see which one's kind of stronger today since open. Are they both kind of hanging out about that seems like they're at about the same level, huh?
We used to do a trade on the SPX, so 10 times leveraged spiders, and it would be on the pin. So we would try to guess within 10 or 15 or 20 points on the ES where we were going to close, and we would do a butterfly to capture that premium on it.
What up, Marcy?
All the time.
Ebo Adam, is there red folder news today? Trump speaks at 4:30, so after the market close. But I don't think there's anything before
It says he's
that.
making an announcement. I looked on his official schedule and it says he's making an announcement in the Oval Office with the White House press pool. And I don't think I pointed this out here yet on this stream, but the wild card that's still pending and hasn't really been dealt with is Greenland. There's tariff stuff that goes on all the time. The market's not reacting as strongly to it anymore.
Yeah. There are earnings after the hours today. I'm not sure who it is. Maybe it is Apple, Karen.
It is Apple. I looked that one up earlier. So last night we had Tesla, Meta, and Microsoft.
Microsoft, yep.
Those were interesting. We have Apple today, and then next week is Amazon and Google.
You had about a 180-point move down, followed by a 240-point move up on the earnings yesterday after close, which was insane.
It did the reverse Uno card thing.
For sure.
Yeah, the tech earnings weeks, it's a couple week period here. It can be a little tricky. I used to have a really hard time with it because I like the ES and the NASDAQ moving together and they get out of sync with these tech earnings. I'm having a better time of it this time, but I think it's just, I've been at this longer. I have more skills. But if you're not seeing something, it's good to not try to force it. And I always talk about, you have to understand the context of what's going on in the market. And we are in tech earnings season. And so we can get these dramatic after hours moves that drag NASDAQ with it. And then the market has to balance that when we come back.
For sure. For sure.
Oh, Wyman, look at this thing.
Yeah, I'm looking for the short. Someone asked if this is a good spot to short. I mean, it's a reasonable spot, but at the same time, could it just continue higher? For sure, it could. So I don't think it's an unreasonable spot to short.
This is a good profit-taking spot if you had bought lower, which you can, especially because we're talking to a scalper here. He can get in there for a quick little hit off of that profit-taking zone.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, I always try to say you're not looking for the whole move. Get a little pinch of a move and you're good. So, but guys, we do appreciate you joining us today. If you haven't already hit the like button on the way out, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Once again, Matt will not be here today. It's some technical issues. He'll be back tomorrow. But we do appreciate you guys watching. I do highly
recommend. Yeah, if you need another hour, go watch SK tonight. It's great segment at the end of the day.
Exactly. So, but we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us, y'all. Have a great rest of your day.